Welcome into Sun Prairie High School, where the Madison West Regents will face off against the Sun Prairie Cardinals. If you recognize my voice, I also work with Madison Sports Talk's radio station 106.7 FM, 1670 AM The Zone. I'm Eric Rogers. Alongside me this season, former head coach of the Madison Mustangs, 2011 Ironman football Hall of Famer, Adam Smith. Adam, how are we doing tonight?
Doing fantastic. The weather's churned. It's football season, Eric.
Well, you know, it just wouldn't be football season without, you know, some rain, and we had a delay the other week. But, you know, coming in here is Sun Prairie and Madison West. They last played each other in the season opener of last year, where Sun Prairie won that game 14-12. Actually, the missed extra point, or a two-point conversion, excuse me, was the difference in that game because they went for two early. Madison West did, and you know, J.P. Kern of Sun Prairie was 7 of 14, 105 yards and a touchdown in that game. Madison West wide receiver Aubrey Johnson, who has since graduated, had 5 receptions for 76 yards and a touchdown. So they also met a year before that in the Level 2 playoffs. But you know, coming in here, Adam, what do you think are going to be the keys to victory for either team?
Well, it's going to be a wet track here tonight, so special teams is going to be key, especially with the long snaps. Can the long snappers get the ball back to the punter or any type of kicking situation? And keeping your feet, especially on defense, not letting your feet get outside your base, staying under control, come into balance, as us coaches like to tell our defensive players. And last, I think, is going to be who can stop the run. Both these teams want to run the ball. You got Sun Prairie and their pistol offense. They're going to run downhill with Noah Diaz. And Madison West with their flex bone, Brad Murphy, former state champion offensive coordinator from MG last year, coming over to Madison West to run their offense, and it's going to be a heck of a contest here tonight.
Well, you know, I talked with Murphy earlier this week, and you know what he was saying is, you know, you come from Monona Grove and you have this offense, and it's obviously led to state championships, and he just came in and was like, you know, why don't I bring that offense over here to Madison West? And as you see, you know, both these teams come in at 2-1 tonight, so obviously it's working to some extent. Both these teams tied for 4th place in the Big 8 conference. So coming in, also Sun Prairie, the defense actually one of the best in the conference right now. They lead the conference in tackles for loss with 19, also the most sacks, fumble recoveries, and interceptions. So like you said, ball security and special teams.
Well, it's definitely going to be a challenge tonight with the rain and the cold weather, holding on to that ball. And if both teams can hold on to the ball well, it's going to come down to that run game and who makes the least mistakes and be able to put the ball in the end zone.
And we will send it to break. We'll have a little bit more pregame and the start of the Isthmus Bowl here on CW57 Sports.
Right here on TMZ, we're first at showing the best stories, like when Justin's driving at really high speeds and forgot to wear his diaper when he had to wee-wee. Or when Kim Burke maybe Northwest, or when Kanye got in a pocket-sized mess. If it happened here, it happened on TMZ.
Vintage Brewing Company. Stop in for a beer and a bite and enjoy some Midwestern hospitality.
Come in for our Weissblau, our classic Bavarian-style golden wheat beer, with an inviting fruity and spicy aromas and a refreshing mild character. Stay for our strawberry fig salad, complete with almonds, goat cheese, red onions, and balsamic vinaigrette. Or try our sweet potato drift with toasted chestnut puree, Door County cherries, Saxony cheese, and a pile of haystack fried sweet potatoes.
Vintage Brewing Company, we love what we do and we love sharing it with you.
You want to attend college so you can pursue your goals, but you may not be able to afford it. At ITT Tech, we're doing something to put a degree financially within your reach. The new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship is now available to eligible students who qualify. Since 1969, ITT Technical Institutes have helped students develop skills and knowledge to help them pursue careers in promising fields. And now we're helping eligible and qualified students with financial assistance. Our schools of study include information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, and criminal justice. We believe education is a sound investment. At ITT Technical Institute, we're working to help reduce the cost to eligible students who qualify. Make a choice that can make a difference. To find out more about the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web. ITT Technical Institute. Education for the future.
Ager Chiropractic is a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Athletes stop by our office on West Main Street and check out our affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injuries. Ager Chiropractic, proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for 2 years. Go Cardinals!
Monday, October 13th. See why critics are calling Jane the Virgin miraculous.
You're pregnant.
But I've never had sex.
Jane the Virgin. Series premiere Monday, October 13th.
Here we are at Sun Prairie High School for the Isthmus Bowl. Before we get started, we had a chance, Adam and I had a chance to talk with both head coaches. Let's take a look at those interviews. Eric Rodgers and Coach Adam Smith here with head coach of Madison West, J.C. Dawkins. Coach, you come in here and you had a tough loss last week, and Copus ran it I think 40 times last week. But what was your plan defensively against that?
Well, that was our plan. We knew he would get the ball, and we wanted to try to make other guys beat us. That guy had 40 carries, but he only got in the end zone once. So we did a good job. There were a couple breakdowns here and there, and it was a 7-point game, and that was the difference.
Coach, what's been the most challenging thing being a first-time head coach?
Well, just getting to know the ropes and the procedure of things and all that type stuff. And the big thing is getting to know our players. We didn't get hired till May, so the summer was the time we spent getting to know our players. So we were a little behind, but we have a good hold of them now, so we're in good shape.
It brought up getting to know your players, and one of those players, Aubrey Johnson, last year, he has graduated since. So I mean, who are you guys looking at for this year to be big playmakers here tonight?
Well, we look for everybody to be playmakers. We're a young team. We have 8 sophomores on varsity and a bunch of juniors. So every game's a learning experience, and every week I think we have the talent where a different guy could step up every week. So we just try to play team football, play hard for 48 minutes, and let the big plays come as they come.
Being a Division I football player, UW Badgers, and even working in the NFL, how have those experiences helped you in your first head coaching job?
Well, all the way back to high school. My high school head coach, Phil Dobbs, is in the Coaches Hall of Fame. Coach Alvarez is in the NCAA Hall of Fame. And I work for Bill Belichick. That's definitely going to the NFL Hall of Fame. So I've had the opportunity to be around some good coaches, and I think I picked up a few things that have helped me.
So we will have the Isthmus Bowl here kicking off shortly. But first, we will speak with head coach of Sun Prairie, Brian Kaminsky. We'll be right back. WI57 Sports. Eric Rodgers and Coach Adam Smith here for WI57 Sports. We've got Brian Kaminsky here of Sun Prairie, the head coach. You won 45-20 against Madison Memorial last week. You ran the ball 29 times with Noah Diaz. Kind of what was your game plan? Is that something that you thought that you would be able to do, and did it kind of play out the way you thought?
That's kind of always our thing we want to get established really in a football game. That's running the football. We know we got a great back in Noah Diaz. He was a first-team All-State kid last year. He's got a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and runs very hard. And it also sets up our pass game. So we knew we needed to come out and be physical on the offensive line, and fortunately for us, our kids were able to do that last week.
Coach, what did you learn last week from the big win against Memorial?
I think we learned we can be a physical group that really is finding their stride now. We had a tough opponent in La Follette week 1, and we came out on the short end of things, but it kind of woke us up a little bit and realized we need to be a more physical group and be a little smarter mentally. We made too many mental mistakes in that game, and we just keep harping to our kids. We can't make mental mistakes, and we got to control the line of scrimmage, and that's what we're working on each and every day.
Looking at the stats from around the conference and just comparing your guys to the other guys, statistically, you're first in a lot of those turnover categories defensively. Is that something that's just been preached for your defense kind of from the beginning?
Yeah, we kind of like I'm a Chicago Bears fan, unfortunately for you guys here. No. But they do a great job taking the ball away. So it's something we definitely stress in practice. Anytime the ball's on the ground, we make sure our defensive guys scoop it up and try to score. And it's something we do in different drills and everything else. But it's something that we got to have a mentality behind, and our kids buy in, and they really want to try to go for that football.
Coach, what does Madison West do really well, and how have you and your staff prepared to stop it?
They're big up front. There's no doubt about it. They're physical. They got some great athletes, and when they try to put their guys in space, they can make some moves on you. So we got to eliminate the big play. The quarterback's pretty mobile, has a good arm, so we got to keep him in the pocket and get pressure on him when we can.
Well, that'll do it for us here. We're done speaking with Brian Kaminsky. We will have the kickoff here shortly. You're watching the
A-1 Furniture Bowl Series, CW57 Sports.
Hi, this is Tommy with CW57 Community Connections, brought to you by TDS, and I'm in the computer room at Lucier Community Education Center, and sitting next to me is Jay Affelt, principal at Madison Memorial High School, and the big question I have is the partnership. What kind of partnership do you have going on here?
We have a really deep and dynamic partnership with Paul and his staff at the Lucier Community Education Center. Since they opened their doors, we've known that if we work together, we can do really powerful things for our students and our community families. We have a number of our students with disabilities who are employed here at the center making meals for low-income students and their families. We have an alternative program where our students who are behind in credit can come here to their computer lab and through combination of online programming and volunteering make up those credits. They have AmeriCorps volunteers who are actually this year coming over to the school, and they'll be embedded in our English classes to help provide more one-on-one tutoring for our students who are behind in their literacy skills. And even today, they have some of our students over here, they're providing leadership training that will provide benefit for us next school year when those kids walk through our doors.
Now, with all the partnerships going on, definitely the impact. What do you see thus far has been the big impact?
For me, I think recognizing that schools and community centers are among the few places in this city where the full community comes together. Paul has reached out to us at Memorial, Jefferson Middle School, and also Muir Elementary, knowing that if we all work together, we can do far more powerful things for our students and their families.
That, I mean, you said it right there. I mean, the impact is so key and crucial. And if you want to get involved with the Lucier Community Education Center, it's so simple. Like us on Facebook, look us up on our website, call us, email. Paul will be the guy that you want to talk to. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it. And I also want to thank everybody else at home, and you're watching Community Connections, brought to you by TDS.
Just finishing up the national anthem here at Sun Prairie High School. The Madison West Regents coming in to face the Sun Prairie Cardinals. We are just about to get underway. It's week 4 of the high school football season. Both these teams come in at 2-1 and just a game out of first place in the Big 8 Conference. West comes in under the direction of former Badger and first-year head coach J.C. Dawkins, while Sun Prairie, once again, led by head coach Brian Kaminsky, who has produced some of the great players over his 11 years. We'll find out shortly which of those formulas equals success here in the Isthmus Bowl. Adam, what kind of strikes you about what we've seen so far here tonight, or what we've heard?
I think both coaches have a grasp of their team right now, and it's almost a perfect storm, no pun intended, with the weather of these teams meeting. I think it's going to be, last time they met it was 14-12. And being as though West has a new head coach and J.C. Dawkins, they've shown that they've been able to be successful in their first 3 games. And I think this is going to be another low-scoring game, and it could come down to another 2-point conversion again, as it did last year. And I think both teams are going to be ready to go. Obviously, Sun Prairie has the number advantage, amount of people in their program compared to West, but having coached at West about 10 years ago, it's a very gritty bunch of kids, and they're going to be ready for the challenge.
Well, Sam Wells set to kick it off for Madison West. Now Sun Prairie will field it at the 10-yard line. Find a little bit of room and get out to about the 25-yard line, where finally tackled. And that's where Sun Prairie's offense will take over. J.P. Curran will lead that offense. Last week, 50% passing, 11 for 22, 134 yards and a touchdown. But really, the guy who really led the show was Noah Diaz, the running back.
Not a huge back at 6 foot 175, but again, returning all-conference player. It really, put the load on his shoulders, and Sun Prairie's offense goes as he does.
So Curran will go and hand that off right away. And Noah Diaz off to the left side, and not much, but he start running the ball like he did last week. I believe he ran it for about 29 times. And when you run it that many times, obviously the other team kind of knows your game plan.
Well, there they tried a little outside trap. He decided to go around that trap block and try to get to the outside, and and was only able to get a minimal gain.
Well, it goes for 3 yards, and it's 2nd and 7 from the 29-yard line. Just getting this Isthmus Bowl underway on CW57 Sports. And Diaz upended after a minimal gain once again, about the 30-yard line.
That time they pulled number 74, Bailey Plater. He didn't follow his block. If he hits this to the outside, he's possibly still running. They had the line of scrimmage sealed there. If he bounces it to the outside, it could have been a touchdown right there.
Well, when you got a couple other, your guard and tackle who are, Wisconsin State Journal preseason all-area team members and on the watch list for the linemen, they can make things happen. But it's 3rd and 5, so they have an opportunity here. This time Curran will not throw it, or will throw it, excuse me. Won't hand it off to Diaz, and that pass goes incomplete.
Try a little tunnel. Yeah, they tried a little tunnel screen there, try to take advantage of Madison West's aggressiveness on offense. Just first pass of the game, a little bit behind the receiver there, so forces Sun Prairie into a punt situation.
So it'll be Kobe Oswalt on the punt, also the kicker for the team as well. Handles the snap, but not a high kick. Goes out at about the 44-yard line, and Madison West going to start with great field position.
Again, that snap is going to be an issue all night for the long snappers. The ball sitting there in that wet grass. It's going to be slippery. I wouldn't be surprised if one or both of these teams really try to go after at one of these points in the game and try to get a block, a big play on special teams.
Well, we're going to get our first look here at the Madison West offense, led by Xavier Miller and Greg Wright, the running back. Miller is actually 3rd in the Big 8 in passing yards so far. And the ball, once again, like you said, the center and quarterback exchange.
And I heard Coach Dawkins pregame talking about exactly that happening right there, about having no missed snaps on the center quarterback exchange. And it's going to be a long night for Madison West if they can't handle the center quarterback exchange.
Well, it's a loss of just 1 yard, but it's basically a loss of a down, and the clock continues to run. We're now 10.5 to go in the first quarter, and still scoreless, but Madison West not off to a great start. Offensively, they'll just have a rebound here on 2nd down. So Miller will send a man in motion. He'll pass off to the left side, but that one goes low, and he takes a hit. Xavier Miller on his backside.
I've coached against Brad Murphy. Actually, Brad Murphy has been a player for me with the Madison Mustangs back in 2008. And in 2013, coached against him when he was the coach of the offensive coordinator for the Monona Warriors. And I faced his offense. And it's a very tricky offense to defend with all the motions and misdirections. And with Madison West athletes, it's going to be very important for them to get the ball to their playmakers. And they tried to there, no play action pass, and unfortunately it was short. Sets up 3rd and long here, and another penalty.
They'll try the same play, and they'll fake the handoff, but draw a flag. Trying to get the handoff to Terrence McNeil. So Sun Prairie will accept the penalty. They'll go back 5 yards. So 3rd and 16 from the 39-yard line. Madison West moving the wrong direction.
Thank you. Ready, one, take one.
Regents with a late substitution. Actually, that's Miller coming back on, getting the call from his coordinator. So this time out of the shotgun, or pistol formation. Miller takes it and goes off to the left side, but has to dodge the defender. He slips in the grass. Now he's going to the right side. He'll gain a couple of yards, but run out of bounds. So just try to make something out of nothing. Kicks up a couple of yards, and they'll just punt.
That looked like a busted play.
Really fortunate the defender didn't get to him on that one.
It was a nice penetration by Zach Pirich. His outside linebacker position. forcing Miller to have to go change directions and go back to the right. Not a very good first series for Madison West, but I know Coach Dawkins and Coach Murphy will get them coached up here on the sidelines during their defensive set and come back strong with their second series.
So Sam Wells was on to punt, and now Madison West will take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well, so we'll be right back for the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across Wisconsin. High school football offers students teachable moments that are unique to the education-based experience. Football provides the environment most conducive to those teachable moments and helps perpetuate an important and long-lasting national tradition. The Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
Ager Chiropractic is a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Athletes stop by our office on West Main Street and check out our affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injuries. Ager Chiropractic, proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for 2 years. Go Cardinals!
The pooch kick from Sam Wells goes straight out of bounds, and the official keeps walking, and looks like 33-yard line is where Sun Prairie will set up their offense for the second time. Entering here for the Isthmus Bowl is brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank Mr. Paul Canarella, all the good people over at A-1 Furniture for supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. A-1 Furniture and Bedding, over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Now here comes J.P. Curran and the Sun Prairie offense back for round number 2. 2 minutes gone in this one, and it's still a scoreless game.
There's a lot of space over there to the wide side of the field.
Instead, there is the handoff to the right.
Wide receiver
picked up a few yards.
Wide receiver there missed the block on the corner. If he had that, if he sets his feet and blocks the corner, again, there's 2 missed opportunities for big plays. Runs straight up the field, but doesn't look at the defensive back and doesn't even get involved in the play.
Well, Faison Thomas, the receiver slash running back on the play, didn't really, like you said, have the room he needed, but it goes for 4 yards, and it's 3rd and 6 from the 37. Here's Curran barking out the plays, gets the snap, looking left, eyes his receiver, and that pass will go incomplete, in and out of the hands. Again, he was looking for Thomas.
It's a good opportunity for J.P. Curran to get in rhythm. Nice short set, hitch route. Not very good hand position by Faison Thomas there. We always teach our receivers thumbs together. I don't know why he had his hands the way he had, made it real tough for him to be able to corral that ball. But it's still 3rd and manageable here.
Well, 3rd and 6. 9:09 to play in quarter number 1. Taking the shotgun snap, and again looking to the left side, and that pass too high. Faison Thomas once again. That's 3 straight plays to Thomas.
Again, a little high release. Watch his footwork. He's a little off balance on that throw. That's why it goes high. So hopefully coaches on the sideline are talking to him about his footwork and his balance, and stay nice and easy in that drop and just come right over the top.
Well, it's going to be another punt for Kobe Oswalt. These snaps becoming a factor and nearly blocked, but that one's going to take a nice roll for Sun Prairie inside the 30-yard line to the 27, where Madison West will get another crack at it after going 3 and out.
We'll see if they can get some positive yardage here to start off on their second drive.
This game brought to you by the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth football and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. And the nitty-gritty. Adam, we had the nitty-gritty. They brought us food beforehand. My goodness.
The brownies, I recommend the brownies. I know they're known for their burgers, but the brownies were absolutely sensational.
Well, Madison West looking for a sensational second drive, and this time they fake the handoff, and he's going to be running to the right side and looking for McNeil Jr., and he's still going. So a heck of a handoff. Picks up a good 30, 40 yards on the carry. And that's going to put Madison West over into Sun Prairie territory. And that's kind of what they were looking for, I suppose.
It's just a counter play. They faked the dive. We saw it week 1 with MG. Bring the wing around the edge. Good block there by the receiver.
Well, it's really
good. We talked about this field is going to be slippery, and defenders are going to have to keep their feet underneath their base. And there's a good, good example of what not to do tonight.
So Miller on first down will fake the handoff, and this time go again to McNeil. And this time Sun Prairie sniffs it out for minimal yardage.
I will say, again, knowing Brad and his play calling a little bit, having coached against him, he does like to go back to the same play after a big play, after an explosive play. I think in that situation, as you saw the play develop, if the ball would have been handed off to the fullback, it would have been a really nice gain on first down and set him up real nice for second and medium or second and short.
So out of the pistol now for Miller. Time he'll hand it off to Wright. He'll take it to the 35.
It's a good job by the center, Edwin Scochet, getting the ball back to Miller. Since that first snap, they haven't had any type of ball mishaps, which is really good. Again, anytime keep the ball in your possession, it's obviously best. But in these types of situations, these conditions, it takes great focus and concentration to be able to get that ball back and block.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more runs here tonight after both these teams trying to experiment with the passing game. And McNeil fakes the pitch over to the left. And now Miller gets bumped from behind, and he's going down, and that's going to be a sack for Sun Prairie. Got Sam Presser got in there.
I believe they had Terrell Carey on a post pattern coming down the middle of the field wide open. Unfortunately, the Madison West line couldn't hold. That would have been a potential touchdown there. But here they're going to get a chance to try to pin Sun Prairie deep, play the field position game, and it's going to be a big advantage if they can do that.
Wells with the punt. It is a high punt, going to be fair caught at the 10-yard line. And that's what you want to do if you're Madison West. It's unfortunate after the way that drive started that it kind of stalled out.
And you tell your offense a punt's a win, and especially in this type of game, a punt is a win in this situation because now Sun Prairie is starting from their 10, 11-yard line, and they got to go the length of the field just about to try to get any type of scoring. And again, the way that both defenses are playing, that's going to be a great challenge for Sun Prairie. And the way it's looking is Madison West is going to get this ball back. They're able to hold in really good field position.
Well, now Sun Prairie deep in their own territory from their 11-yard line. It's 1st and 10 with 6.5 to play in quarter number 1. And not much as the defense swallows that one up. And that's going to be a quick second down now for Sun Prairie.
It's like defensive tackle Max Grober on the stop.
You got some the inside scoop on Grober, don't you?
Yeah, I had him in school this summer. He was making up some classes, did a nice job. Very nice kid. Only a junior, started last year at left tackle as a sophomore, very impressive. And he has got a bright future ahead of him.
But Sun Prairie coming out running on 2nd and 9, and they get a good amount of space off to the right side. Noah Diaz will get it close to a first down.
This is a huge third down for both teams. Obviously Madison West wants to stop him here. Oh, they're calling it a first down.
They're moving the sticks, so yeah, close to the first down. It is a Green Bay Packer first down for Sun Prairie, and this game brought to you by Ager Chiropractic Wellness Center. It's a proud supporter of Sun Prairie, high school athletics. Stop by their office on West Main Street and check out the affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injury. So here we go on the first down. Looking off to the left side is Diaz. He'll pick up a good chunk of yardage, and it would appear to be another Green Bay Packer first down.
It's a nice job by Chase Gruthers there, pulling around the edge. Creating a lane for Noah Diaz to get around and get another first down.
On the Joe Thomas watch list for senior offensive linemen, along with right tackle Alex Doherty. So 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line, 5.5 to play in the first quarter. Sun Prairie looking to continue this drive that started on the 11-yard line. A good handoff taken up to the 40-yard line from Diaz.
That looks like the first play they ran at the beginning of the game. It's that outside trap play. You can see number 68, boom, traps number 33, Jacob Roach, and Noah Diaz is able to scoot up in there for a good 7-yard gain.
And it's going to be 2nd and 3 for Sun Prairie on their own 40-yard line. Already putting up 30 yards on this drive. It started at the 10-yard line. Now here's Curran, the first-team all-conference quarterback, will hand it off. And once again, wow, an explosive play up to midfield. Noah Diaz showing why he was number 23 in the state in rushing last week. But here is the yellow hanky. So more often than not, that's going to be a hold, correct?
Well, usually with a hole that big, someone's holding on every play.
Well, who got called for the hold?
Well, I don't know if it's a holding call. It looks like it might go against Madison West. I think they're talking about it, and maybe possible personal foul, horse collar. Oh, legal hands to the head. Sun Prairie.
So that's going to stall this drive after a good pickup on first down. Or second down, excuse me, that would have moved the chains, but now move them back. So I don't know if we're trying to decide if the West Regions decline to the penalty. The official does move it back.
I'm wondering if they didn't call that on Noah Diaz for lowering his head. I know that was a new rule for the NFL, and in particular running backs. They could lower their head within the tackle box, but outside the tackle box in open field, lowering their head and using their head somewhat like a battering ram was a penalty. I didn't know that it had trickled down to the high school level. But I'm very curious if that was against Noah Diaz.
Well, it's going to be, instead of 2nd and 3, 2nd and 9, 4.5 to play in this opening quarter. So Diaz will get the handoff again, and Max Gober got into the backfield and disrupted his path, and not a really much on the outside there for Diaz.
Chase Gruthers and Alex Darty and Max Grover really going at it. Previous play, Max had been pancaked, and then he comes back, gets penetration, forces Noah Diaz backwards in a negative play.
Well, it's a loss of 3 and 3rd and 12 from the 31-yard line. And a passing down for sure. Curran does loft it, but into double coverage. Is that caught? They're going to say incompletion. Wow, a great pass, but couldn't hang on to the ball, Marquise Reuter.
Marquise Reuter did a great job of attacking the football, catching it with his hands. He just couldn't complete the catch through the contact with the ground. But an excellent throw by Curran. Allowed his receiver to high point that ball. It just couldn't complete the catch.
Well, tough in double coverage like that, but yeah, last week 4 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown for Reuter. So here's the punt, nearly blocked and definitely affected the trajectory of that ball. It's going to go out at a 44-yard line. And it's going to be, again, great starting field position for West.
Absolutely. It's exactly what Madison West wanted out of that last punt. They were able to fortunately get a couple of penalties and negative plays against Sun Prairie, and they're going to end up at their own 44-yard line with great field position. And I think, mark this down. You watch Sun Prairie in the last, they've punted 3 times. The snap's getting back there, but that punter is not getting the ball off very quickly. And Madison West has been very close I think just with a normal rush of blocking that pass or blocking that punt, I think there could be a block punt coming in the future here.
We'll keep an eye on that. See if you're right. Xavier Miller will hand it off to Chris Wright, or Greg Wright, excuse me. And he's going to go for a negative yardage.
He's going to watch that on film and see that he just did not follow his block. Again, outside trap play. Number 40 comes across. There's the hole. He had a seam. He just didn't read his block very well and ended up with a negative play.
And you know, it's really frustrating for the running backs when you have a play that's going to go backwards. But a lot of the times, more often than not, that's going to be the running back's fault for things like that, especially on that kind of a play.
Well, he's got to do a better job of just tempoing that, setting up the block so that he can cut off the back of the fullback there and get up the field. Oh.
A deep pass from Xavier Miller, but it looked like there's some miscommunication between him and his receivers.
Yeah, Terrence McNeil Jr. wide open, again, through the middle of the field. It does look like there was a miscommunication there. And, again, Madison West squandering great field position and putting themselves in a 3rd and long situation.
Well, a negative 3-yard run on first down and an incompletion on second down makes it 3rd and 13 from their own 41. Got 3:14 to play in the opening quarter. So Miller will have all his receivers bunched up to the left side and rolling to the left, looking left, finds his receiver and up, and is that caught? They will call that a reception at the 35-yard line.
Terrell
A
Carey.
great job of just getting up in the air.
Not a great throw. Looks like they tried to run this play before, and the rollout to the left. One-on-one coverage. Terrell Carey does a great job of high-pointing that ball and squeezing it through contact, coming down with it. That's a big play on 3rd and 16.
Well, 3 receptions for 53 yards last week. 3rd in the Big 8 in yards so far this season. And a really dependable receiver in that situation. That was more of a trust play.
I had the opportunity to teach Terrell Carey and Xavier Miller when they were in elementary school. I was their Phi Ed teacher, and I've known these kids since 3rd grade. And they've turned out to be heck of players, and a big reason West is 2-1 this year.
We'll take a break on timeout. We'll be right back on CW57 Sports.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your Beauty Rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your Beauty Rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A1 Furniture East, West, or a1furniture.com.
Back here at the Isthmus Bowl. 1st and 10 for Madison West from the 35. And that's going to be a big first down pass. And inside the 5-yard line, it was Terrell Carey on the last one. And here he is again. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been Greg Wright coming out of the backfield.
No, it was Carey. Again, they had Carey going down the middle of the field that one time before that Xavier Miller was pressured up the middle and had to tuck it. They had him free in the middle of the field. They came back to that and put themselves inside the 5-yard line.
Well, here they go, going for a 2-point conversion. They get the end around to McNeil. He's going to get into the end zone, and that's going to be 2 points.
That's a touchdown, Eric.
Oh, I was already thinking they were going to get the touchdown. My bad. Well, there we go. It's a touchdown, not the 2-point conversion.
A great play call on the 5-yard line here, running the sweep the other way. Again, faking that fullback dive. Sun Prairie protecting the up the middle, and McNeil had the speed to get around the edge.
Well, it's going to be 6 points on the board, and they're going for the extra point. Sam Wells on the kick, chips it through. So it's now 7-0 Madison West after the touchdown. Set up by a couple great catches by Terrell Carey. We'll take a break here. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is a nonprofit youth development organization that serves nearly 3,000 young people every year. Our vision is to inspire and empower all young people to reach their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring adults. Our mission is to be the leader in youth development programs by developing partnerships to produce positive outcomes for young people, families, and communities. For more information, go to bgcdc.org or call 608-257-2606. This message is brought to you by Metcalf's Market.
2.5 minutes left in opening the quarter number 1 in the Isthmus Bowl. Madison West punching it in for the touchdown. And now Sun Prairie looking to answer after this return. And they'll take it up to past the 30-yard line, so they'll have decent starting field position. That's pretty much what you ask your guys to do in the return game.
I think Sun Prairie's offense gathered some momentum, coming in from their last series. Unfortunately, you got that big 15-yard penalty, and it set them back. But they also might have got a little blueprint from Madison West and what they did the last series and throw the ball. And let's see if J.P. Curran can't get it going here. He's got a couple of big receivers and Nate Verstagen at 6'6". He can take advantage of. And
well, Curran will go out of that offensive set there and throw it right over the head of his receiver and nearly intercepted.
His release point's a little off right now.
How much of that has to do with the field? And
you can see he's just a little off balance when he's throwing again, and he had no reason to, rush that throw. He had time. The offensive line did a great job protecting. He just needed to step through and follow that ball through, and he left it a little high.
The incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in this first quarter.
And you can see at the top of the screen, they're giving him plenty of space here.
And they go running off to the left side with Noah Diaz, but not a whole lot of room.
Number 4, Isaac Dennis for Madison West. The corner's given, you can see at the top of the screen, he's given 8-10 yards. I really like the play calling so far as Sun Prairie, but really got to get some little things going, little screens possibly, some 3-step drop action. Try to get J.P. Curran into some type of rhythm here in the game.
About a minute and a half left in this first quarter. Diaz switching sides with Curran over in the backfield. Takes the snap and pocket collapsing. He's scrambling off to the right. He's going to launch it looking for one receiver, but overthrows him, and that's going to fall incomplete and bring up 4th and 9.
As a defense, when you know the other team's quarterback is struggling, you can stack that box and play one-on-one and really force the hand of the play caller for the other team. Right now, J.P. Curran is not forcing Madison West to have to do anything special.
Well, this time the snap low to the punter, but still a poor kick and still about the same place he was kicking all night long. So Madison West once again, this time from the 46-yard line is where they will start offensively after scoring a touchdown on the last series. Thanks in large part to Terrell Carey, a couple big catches down the field, setting up a touchdown run by McNeil. This game brought to you by CW57's Talk with the Town. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format, providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv. And the Restaurant Show, Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the best, rest, and enjoy the best. And here we go again. Fakes the sweep and hands off to the fullback. But Sun Prairie had that one. And Sam Presser in the backfield.
Tried the underneath trap block here. And Sam
Alfie
Preston,
Johnson, actually.
Excuse me, Alfie Johnson did a great job of sniffing that out. Making a textbook tackle right there. And again, another negative play for Madison West.
And that goes down for a loss of 2 as the clock ticks down to 40 seconds. Breaking the huddle. It's Madison West. So Miller with 30 seconds. Sends right in motion. Throws as he's being hit, but over the head of his receiver. And it's going to be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Terrell Carey out in the left flat wide open. Ran a little whip route. No one within 10 yards of him. I'd like to see what he could do in the open field.
Well, not a whole lot you can do when you've got the big defensive lineman in your face. You just have to let go of that ball. So I guess it's better that he threw that one over
Absolutely.
his receiver.
Absolutely. When you talk to quarterbacks, you tell them to only put it in a place where nobody else but your receiver can get it. That's second time they've run that pass concept, and both times it's been overthrown.
This game brought to you by CW57's Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. And on 3rd down, nearly sacked. Escaping is Miller, rolling right. Nearly intercepted, gets the pass into his receiver, goes incomplete, but here are flags. Sun Prairie pointing towards the Madison West receivers.
It's a great job by Miller escaping, getting outside the pocket, squaring his shoulders. Receiver in that sense, in that case, has got to keep making his way towards the quarterback, try to catch the ball with his hands, not allowing the ball to come into his body where the defender can knock it out.
So the penalty against Madison West is declined. 4th and 12. Now punting, one would assume, is Sam Wells for the Regents. 18 seconds left, but up 7-0. See if Wells can get off a good punt and once again pin Sun Prairie deep in their own territory. Wells gets it cleanly. Fielded at the 22-yard line. And the ball is on the ground, but recovered by Sun Prairie. His teammate was right there, Johnny on the spot at the 25. And with 7 seconds left, that's where they will start their drive.
Terrell Carey there again on the ball. Does a great job coming to balance, knocking that ball, excuse me. Check that, number 52, Jackson Middleton, knocking the ball loose. But when you tell your gunners on punt team is you want to at least make the punt returner change directions. And in that case, they did a good job of making him change directions and not getting upfield.
And Diaz will get the handoff to the right side and be dragged down from behind. And that's going to be his teammate, Willie McGee. Jackson Middleton was the one who disrupted the play last time on the punt.
Willie McGee did a nice job knifing through the line there and making the tackle.
So that will be the end of quarter number 1. We will send it to break. We'll be back for the final 3 quarters of this game at 7-0 Madison West over Sun Prairie. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for Talk of the Town, inviting you to watch this week. We've got a great show for you. We're checking in with our news partner, Madison Area Rehabilitation Centers, and we're going to talk high school football with Wisconsin Sports Network. Check it out all right here on the CW57.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for The Restaurant Show, the show that is your guide to the best restaurants in town so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best, all right here on the CW57.
Capital Brewery in Middleton, Wisconsin has been producing award-winning beer since 1984. The Capital Brewery reputation precedes itself as beer enthusiasts come from far and wide to see for themselves. Over the years, we've continued to grow, and now our beers can be found on shelves for miles and miles. Along the way, Capital Brewery has received over 200 beer and brewery awards, more than any other brewery in the area. We invite you to visit Capital Brewery and Beer Garden in Middleton, Wisconsin. To learn more about Capital Brewery and our live events, visit us at capitalbrewery.com.
Start of quarter number 2 here in the Isthmus Bowl. Sun Prairie 2nd and 11 will pass off to the left side. Pass incomplete in a double coverage. It's going to bring up a quick 3rd and 11.
Again, attempting that tunnel screen again. Ball thrown up the field a little too far. Lucky that ball wasn't picked off and taken back to the house.
He's trying to hit Faison Thomas in the slot. So we have a Madison West player down and a little bit slow to get up.
Faison needed to do a better job of getting back behind the line of scrimmage in that case. He got a little bit too upfield, which might have been the reason that Curran kind of threw it a little bit up the field. But in that sense, that ball needs to be completed behind the line of scrimmage so that the linemen that are downfield don't get a penalty called on them for being illegally downfield.
Cameron Gorman, the shaken up regent on the play. This game and every game brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank Mr. Paul Canarella, all the people over there for supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. And the Green Bay Packers are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, visit packers.com/youthfootball. And here we go for a 3rd and 11 for Sun Prairie. J.P. Curran's got a host of receivers off to the left side waiting for him. Definite passing situation from their own 24. And being chased into the backfield. And he's going to be sacked, going down. And into the backfield.
Willie McGee again. Willie McGee knifing through the line and took a great pursuit angle. Not allowing Curran to escape and holding on for his teammates to help him out. Jackson Middleton on the play as well.
Yeah, Willie McGee, the senior, 6 foot, 222 pounds. Now here's going to be another punt. Is this a situation maybe where West is going to come after it?
Again, I never liked coming after in this situation. I always like to be able to, especially since Sun Prairie has not been kicking the ball very well.
Well, and there they go again, not kicking the ball well, and Madison West is going to get the ball at it appears the 27-yard line.
Wow.
Of Sun Prairie.
That's a net of 8 yards.
Well, when you have the weather and as you said, I mean, not the ability to be able to punt it throughout the night hasn't really shown itself. So.
And who would have thought that the punting game would have been one of the keys to this game?
Well, yeah, it's obviously a huge factor for field positioning. Madison West able to take advantage of it before.
Yeah, we thought the problem or the hardships might come from the snaps, but so far it's just been the punting of Sun Prairie.
So fake up to the fullback, and that's McNeil once again off to the left side. He's going to cut the corner, and he's going to score. Where's the signal? There it is. Touchdown, Madison West. McNeil on the run once again.
McNeil did a great job of tempoing on his orbit sweep, tempoing here.
Well, he had a broken tackle
cutting up the block. And a good job of Terrell Carey just getting enough of that defensive back where McNeil could get around the edge and sneak into the end zone. They've run that play about 5 or 6 times now, and McNeil's done a great job of being able to get good yardage out of it.
Well, just over 11 minutes left in the first half of this contest. It's currently 13-0. Madison West with the extra point. That went up and good, and no, they actually called that one just wide to the left. So it will be 13-0 Madison West after the mixed extra point. We'll be right back for the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
Ager Chiropractic is a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Athletes stop by our office on West Main Street and check out our affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injuries. Ager Chiropractic, proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for 2 years. Go Cardinals!
And here for the kickoff after the McNeil touchdown. Sun Prairie will have to answer here. And they'll field it at the 10-yard line with the whole team on the coverage team in front of them, but now going the opposite way. But it'll get out to about the 38-yard line. And
it's a good job by Faison Thomas, pressing that wedge and being able to bounce to the outside, get up near the 38-yard line. That was a really good return. This is Sun Prairie, I believe, Sun Prairie's best starting field position, and let's see if they can get something going here.
Yeah, Faison Thomas in the return game, also one of the best receivers for Sun Prairie here, returning letter winner. And here they go. Their first play of this drive goes for a couple yards after a rough tumble. Actually, they give them 3 or 4 yards on the carry, so actually not too bad.
Again, a little misdirection plays. First time they've shown that tonight. You tell you really want as a play caller to get 4 yards on first down. We talk about it a lot this season as far as play calling and expectations and whatnot. So, but it really makes it easy on second and medium to open up the playbook.
2nd and 7 for Sun Prairie. The Cardinals trail 13-0 to the Regents. They'll hand off to Diaz, and he'll be swallowed up into the backfield. A flag comes in, but that one led by Jackson Middleton.
I think they're going to call that on Noah Diaz again for hands to the face.
Actually, it's the fullback Andre Johnson. Comes up with his hands up in the air.
Jackson Middleton and Willie McGee teaming up on the TFL.
Yeah, Sun Prairie comes in leading the conference in tackles for loss with 19. And the penalty will back Sun Prairie up, so it's not helping their cause here. Face masking offensively.
Again, you can put your hand on the face mask as a ball carrier. You just can't grab it. And that's two huge penalties on Noah Diaz in this first half.
Well, you're a State Journal preseason all-area team and a Elroy Hirsch watch list player for the senior running backs, but got to have the mental game to go with it. 2nd and 24 from the 24. Just under 10 minutes to play in this first half. And the reception will actually be a loss of 1 or 2.
That was J.P. Kern's best ball that he's thrown all night. That ball was in rhythm. It was nice arm action on there. He put it right in the spot for the receiver to catch it on that tunnel screen. It just took too much time for Bailey Plater to get out there. We teach our offensive tackles on those screens. He has to walk the sidewalk out to the flat. It just took too long to get out there and really, again, missed an opportunity. Another opportunity missed.
Well, it's a loss of 2. 3rd and 26 for West for Sun Prairie, 2 receivers to each side, and Diaz in the backfield.
Going to false
passing
start
situation.
on Diaz.
So that's going to hurt the Cardinals even more, facing a 13-0 hole, and now they've shot themselves in the foot a couple times, and look how far away the sticks are. We've got first down marker at the 48-yard line, and they're all the way back at their 22.
I don't know if you remember in the first week 1, we had Mount Horeb, and they did a couple of times they did that quick kick.
Right.
With the quarterback. I'd almost do a quick kick in this situation, 3rd and this long.
Well, it's 3rd and 31, and Curran will just hand it off to Diaz. He's going to get a little room, stays on his feet, and out of bounds at the 40-yard line, so at least make it a decent 4th down situation for the punter. Get him out of the shadow of the goalpost.
It's a great play call in this situation. You look in screen or draw out of the defense. Sun Prairie's offensive line blocked that up well and gave Noah Diaz the best running lane that he's had all night. Now we have a substitution problem coming up with Sun Prairie coming on late.
Well, Kobe Oswalt will get a chance to punt again and make up for his last punt that netted 8 yards. They nearly get to him. He stays up, and there's the flag for the roughing the punter call. So this could be the break that the Cardinals were looking for.
Well, this is the key. Is it going to be roughing the punter or running into the punter? If it's running into the punter, it's only a 5-yard penalty. If it's roughing the punter, it'll be a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
I can't hear from in here, but looks like we're going to get a change in defense from Madison West, doing some substitutions here. So while we have a second, let's take a look at some of the sponsors for this game. The Nitty Gritty, they've been voted the best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit thegritty.com and on Facebook. And also the Auger Chiropractic Wellness Center. It's a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Stop by their office on West Main Street and check out their affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injury. Proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for 2 years.
They called that penalty a 5-yard running into the kicker penalty, and that was the key. They ended up, surprisingly, declining that penalty and giving Madison West the ball on the 30-yard line.
Well, the 5-yard difference might not have been that much, and they pretty much did what they wanted to do by getting to the kicker.
But it might have been a great opportunity to take, do a fake in that situation. You have the field position. You haven't been punting very good. We practiced that with the Mustangs. We do change of possession after a penalty during the punt game and running a fake in that situation and catching the defense off guard.
So more of a preventative decline of the penalty. So here's the fake handoff. Curran will throw it down the middle of the field looking for Greg Wright, who's coming out of the backfield, but on his backside is Xavier Miller and a host of red jerseys back there hounding him. So we've got 8:12 left in this first half. It's 2nd and 10 for Madison West after the incompletion. They lead 13-0 over Sun Prairie. Couple incompletions. The heroes so far, the big names of the game, Terrell Carey and Terrence McNeil.
That last play they had Isaac Dennis out in the flat wide open. Let's see if they don't come back to that play. Again, Sun Prairie is giving up slant lanes and flat to the wide side of the field. They're really protecting the ball in the middle. There's a good job there of shutting down that fullback dive there. And that's one of the mainstays of this offense is they have to pound it in the middle. They have to pound it in the middle to be able to run those counter sweep actions back the other way.
So you always set up a different play by running the ball. You can do the play action, and like you said, you run it up the gut, you can do other kind of outside moves, and it's 3rd and 7, 7:30 left in the first half for Madison West. So Miller will throw the ball in the middle of the field. It'll be intercepted, and going the other way is Sun Prairie. There is a flag on the field before the throw. And then Miller in on the tackle of the Sun Prairie player, and he is down.
You can see Miller gets his arm hit as he's thrown.
And that was Jake Thompson on the interception.
Jake Thompson does a nice job of returning that ball.
As Xavier Miller went in on the tackle to try and save the touchdown, but he's down on the field right now, along with another one of his teammates as well.
And knowing Xavier Miller a little bit, I'm sure he was pretty upset throwing that interception and tried to take it out on the Sun Prairie ball carrier. And in that situation, he's got to be smarter. He's got to go in and just make that tackle and save the touchdown. As a starting quarterback, he's got to take care of himself.
We've got an officials timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A-1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A-1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
Well, back here, Sun Prairie High School, where Xavier Miller threw an interception and then laid himself out to try and make the tackle. He went down. Now we'll see what the quarterback situation is in 2nd and 12. Casey Brait would be, we would think would be the next quarterback for Madison West, but right now it's Sun Prairie's offense and J.P. Curran with the ball on the 20-yard line. And rolling right is Curran looking, and that ball is nearly intercepted. Is it? Looks like they're going to call that one incomplete near the goal line, trying to hit his big tight end in the middle of the field.
And plenty of time, great protection up front. You can see he is just off with his release point. I really believe it's his balance. You looked at when he's throwing the ball, he's tilting to the left. And when you tilt to the left, your arm is going to come up higher over your head, and his release point is just off, and all his balls.
He's arching all of his passes.
Yeah, all of his balls are letting off high. So I really hope the coaches get together at, either on the sideline or at halftime and say, hey, you need to stay balanced when you throw the ball. You're leaning to the left, and all your balls are sailing. He's really got to push through with his legs and fire through the ball.
Well, now passing again over to the corner of the end zone. Is that caught? Does he hang on to the ball? He does not. The 3rd and 12 pass into the corner of the end zone is incomplete. So it'll be a 4th down situation. I don't know if they have the kicker, Kobe Oswalt, the punter / kicker. I don't know if he can boot a field goal of this long.
That was a great job by Tevin Einstein. You teach DB, especially when you go up against taller receivers, to attack the hands. And he did a great job of attacking the hands of Falzon Thomas, who did a great job of high-pointing it and getting his hands on the ball again. One more time, high-pointing the ball, doing a great job. But Tevin Einstein did a better job of attacking the hands and knocking that ball out.
Well, the high snap for the field goal. The kick is up. It appears to be just good. And Kobe Oswalt connects on the field goal and gets Sun Prairie on the board. It's 13-3. We'll take a look at this on replay.
Really surprised Madison West didn't do a better job rushing or putting a bigger rush on that kick. That's a long kick at this level.
And we'll take a quick break here. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
Back here to Sun Prairie High School, where Kobe Oswalt hit that field goal and now gets Sun Prairie on the board. They're now down by 10, but it's the first semblance of offense for Sun Prairie this game. They put together a drive off the interception.
They really need to get points out of that interception, and it's good for Sun Prairie. And again, hopefully they can create some momentum and make this a game.
And that ball will sail into the end zone and be a touchback for Madison West. So they will start on their own 20-yard line, leading 13-3. Taking a look at our sponsors of this game, we've got CW57's Talk of the Town. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format, providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. If you want to feature your business, call 608-270-5700. Also, the Restaurant Show, Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the Restaurant Show. And Madison West now will look to answer that field goal drive after throwing the interception. It looks like we still have Xavier Miller in the game. We got a handoff here up the middle to Greg Wright. So obviously not too injured on the play before after the interception.
Xavier Miller's a tough kid. Like I said, known him for a good amount of time now. I'm really surprised they grow up so fast, and they're not even my kids, but it seems like just yesterday they were in my gym, and we were teaching him how to do stuff, and he's really grown up a lot. And
well, here it's 2nd and 9 after the run play. They'll give it up to Wright again. So I don't know if this is a play calling thing or if Miller's just trying to get back into rhythm after taking the hit, kind of easing back into this game.
Well, again, they may be trying to suck Sun Prairie's defense in again and try to bust them outside with the counter sweep. One thing we haven't seen from Coach Murphy is him call that quick sweep out of that orbit motion, bringing that wing back behind the other back and then snapping the ball and having that back coming around the end full speed and giving him the ball. We haven't seen that yet.
Well, 5 minutes left in the opening quarter, and 3rd and 9. Miller will have to run it. Tries to get to the outside, staying on his feet, and he's going to get out about the 28-yard line. That's going to be close, but not quite enough for the first down.
He did a great job finding. I noticed just prior to the snap of the ball, the offensive lineman splits are really big in that situation. I'm wondering if they're not doing that on, obviously they're doing it on purpose, but I'm not wondering if they're doing it more on purpose so that coming off of Xavier Miller's first read, if it's not there, they're creating a natural running lane up the middle for him. He is very athletic, and as you can see, did a great job of just about getting a first down there and staying on his feet. I'm just wondering if they're not, again, trying to create space and change the alignment of Sun Prairie's defense so that Xavier Miller doesn't have to do a lot of reading. And if it's not there, it's a safe bet where he can just run it up and get what he can.
That 4th and 1 punt goes out at about the 47-yard line where Sun Prairie will take over. Both these quarterbacks are dual threat kind of guys, but we haven't really seen J.P. Curran take off yet. So 4.5 minutes to play in this first half of the Isthmus Bowl. Sun Prairie leads trails 13-3, to Madison West, and here they come out now again with their best starting field position of the night aside from the interception. But this time the run off to the right side, that's going to go for, looks like, negative yardage. And I think Noah Diaz got hit somewhere he didn't like too well.
I tell you what, we've had the privilege of every week of having someone step up on defense that it just shines. Last week it was Reedsburg's middle linebacker, little 5'8", 180 pound
Herbs.
Jacob Herbs, number 35, looked straight out of Penn State.
Well, with the colors, yeah.
With the colors, yeah, yep. Just looked like a Penn State linebacker. And coming up, and I tell you, this week we're having the privilege of watching Willie McGee here, number 34. He's doing a heck of a job of scraping down the line of scrimmage and being able to knife through and get off blocks and really be able to corral Sun Prairie ball carriers behind the line of scrimmage. That's his third TFL of this half.
Well, looks like we have Noah Diaz with either a groin or a thigh injury of some sort. So the backup running backs would be Faison Thomas and Noah Frisetto.
It's like Faison's in the backfield. Also, number 52, Jackson Middleton, is doing a great job of setting the edge, taking out blockers, and really allowing the linebackers of Madison West to be able to make tackles.
And Faison Thomas will head off to the left side and stiff arm a couple defenders of the Regents, and he's going to pick up a Green Bay Packer first down, get out of bounds, and while he is switch up a running back out of the injury and showing some speed and agility and picking up a first down.
We can tell, Faison Thomas is athletic and does a great job showing great strength, stiff-arming two people and make it a third. Third time's the charm, continuing to get around the edge, using good speed. And the key, again, is difference between, you know, Faison's stiff arm and Noah Diaz's stiff arm where he got a penalty call is you know, Faison did a great job of keeping his fingers spread and pushing off and not grabbing onto anything.
So out of the first down, Faison Thomas will carry again, getting past another pair of Madison West defenders. That's Willie McGee, who we were just talking about getting into the backfield, made a miss on that play.
Well, that time Jackson Middleton, who we also recognized. You never want to see your defensive end making a tackle, you know, 10 or so yards downfield. They did do a good job of holding on and making a tackle. And
well, it seems like Faison Thomas has got a little bit more explosiveness, is a lighter running back than Noah Diaz. But he's getting out of the backfield and giving a different look. This game brought to you by Girl Talk by CW57. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. If you want to be on Girl Talk, it's 608-270-5700. Also, A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank all the people over there for being the official Bowl Series sponsor this season. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Also, the Green Bay Packers are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, visit packers.com/youthfootball. Got a measurement here, and
they're just short.
Appears to be, yeah, about a length of the football short of the first down. But it is 2nd and 1 from the 31-yard line. 3:48 to play. Madison West still leads 13-3. And with Faison Thomas here in the backfield instead of Noah Diaz, we'll see if they continue running with the hot hand. And wow, getting right into the backfield is again Willie McGee. And they do pick up enough to move the chains for a Green Bay Packer first down. So lucky for Sun Prairie, they didn't need a whole lot of yards to move the chains. And the clock continues to roll to 3.5 minutes until halftime. Sun Prairie willing to use as much as that as they need. They're moving the ball into the 30-yard line now. And here's the fake handoff. They go off to the left side. This time the receiver, Marquise Reuter. And he's going to be upended close to another Sun Prairie first down.
You can tell that the way Sun Prairie their formation, it forced Madison West to come to the short side of the field, and then they gave them a taste of their own medicine by faking that fullback dive and bringing that wing around on that counter play. And he did a good job of getting around the edge. Reuter, that is, did a good job of getting around the edge and come close to another first down.
It's going to be 2nd and 1, so Sun Prairie find themselves using the running game here so far on this drive. This time Curran rolling out to the left, and he's going to run it himself. He'll get out of bounds, pick up another Green Bay Packer first down.
And there's that athleticism that you were talking about earlier, being a dual threat quarterback, and he did a great job there of not forcing the issue, keeping his eyes down the field, making somebody miss, getting the first down, and then not taking the hit and getting out of bounds.
This game brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. All season long, they are our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. And the Green Bay Packers are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. And here we are, the 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line for the Cardinals, threatening to potentially put a touchdown up on the board after the long field goal by Kobe Oswald on the last drive.
This has been a really good series. This is the best series that Sun Prairie has had so far this game. And I know they want to try to get a touchdown out of this drive, but any amount of points will be good. It looks like they're going to take a timeout here and make sure it's right.
Take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, and we'll be right back for the final 2.5 minutes of the first half of the Isthmus Bowl. You're watching CW57 Sports.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is a nonprofit youth development organization that serves nearly 3,000 young people every year. Our vision is to inspire and empower all young people to reach their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring adults. Our mission is to be the leader in youth development programs by developing partnerships to produce positive outcomes for young people, families, and communities. For more information, go to bgcdc.org or call 608-257-2606.
This message is brought to you by Saris Cycling Group.
And out of the timeout, Sun Prairie threatening, down 13-3 to Madison West, but they have the ball in the 15-yard line of the Regents. Looking to put a touchdown here on the board. J.P. Curran running for the first down, and the last one they fake off to the left side, or off to the right side, go to the left, and they're going to be close to another first down.
Another
And
misdirection
Diaz is
play.
back in.
Another misdirection play. Diaz does a great job of getting through the line of scrimmage, getting to the second level, making people miss in the hole. That's one of the signs of a good back, is being able to make somebody miss inside the hole. And again, 8 yards on first down in this situation. Excellent play. You can come back here with a play action pass or a rollout, giving Corinne the option to run the ball in this situation, or you can just hand it straight ahead.
Yeah, they'll go up the middle with Diaz, and that should be enough to move the chains and be a first and goal opportunity for Sun Prairie. That's a Packers first down.
A really good block by the fullback.
Yeah, Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson there. Hit a blitzing linebacker. I believe that was Willie McGee on the blitz through the B gap. And
well, don't be surprised if they go to Johnson here. Last week, 4 carries. He had a touchdown. So we got Diaz there in the backfield. Up to the right side, jumping and flipping into the end zone, and that's going to be a Sun Prairie touchdown.
Isaac Dennis with the low hit. He may be shaken up.
Yeah, either shaken up or just in disbelief.
He hit that shoulder there.
We're at 1:15 left in the opening half of the Isthmus Bowl, and now Sun Prairie has scored 9 unanswered points. Down 13-9 right now. Waiting on the extra point and or 2-point conversion attempt.
I believe they're going to kick this extra point.
They've got
get it within
Kobe
a field goal.
Oswalt over there.
He's
mentally preparing.
Yeah, he's a good kicker. Anytime I learn really, really fast, especially at the semi-pro level, a kicker, having a great kicker is a really big weapon.
Well, you brought on a soccer player earlier who ended up being pretty good.
Yeah, we brought in a guy who was actually former kicker from Oregon, from our neck of the woods, Oregon High School, and tried to develop him, and he did a real good job for us. But we lost. We ended up losing a conference championship game simply because we didn't have a kicker. And I made it a real big point to recruit in that sense and get one in. And fortunate for us, over the years of my coaching, we had a really good kicker.
It's actually Kobe Oswalt wearing number 96 tonight instead of 86, but the extra point is good. They're now down by just a field goal, 10-13, Sun Prairie to Madison West. We'll keep it here after the extra point and touchdown. So 1:15 here. I don't know what Madison West has planned here, and see if they can make something happen.
You can see on the sideline, Noah Diaz is pumping his defense up. Pumping his team up on the sideline, sign of a good leader. And again, if I'm Madison West, I'm getting the ball into number 2's hands, Terrence McNeil, and trying to get it into number 25, Terrell Carey's hands, but not trying to do anything too,
If the play's there,
if the play's there, yeah. Otherwise, let's go into halftime with the lead. We got the lead. We're going to get the ball at the start of the second half.
So we'll get the kickoff from Oswald, who's appears to be a better kicker than punter, but it's worked out so far in the last couple threes, taking it from the goal line and touchback for Madison West.
Again, that's a I can't exemplify it enough. It is a huge weapon to have in this case, 2 players on their team that can really kick the ball. And to be able to have a touchback, again, starting field position, your own 20-yard line, 1 in 30 chance that you're going to go 80 yards and score a touchdown. It's a huge, huge factor in the field position game and playing the percentages.
Well, if you're Sun Prairie, you've got to kind of understand that Madison West is going to use the hot hands that they've gone with so far. You mentioned McNeil and Carey, both the guys who have been either able to run or catch the ball and pick up big yardage. So we'll get a Sun Prairie touchdown or a timeout here. Their second here of the night. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on CW57 Sports.
Inside your body could be the map to a whole new world.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
And back here at Sun Prairie High School at the Isthmus Bowl, where Madison West leads Sun Prairie 13-10. 10 unanswered points from Sun Prairie. The A-1 Furniture and Bedding Series, they are our sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. We'd like to thank all the good people over there for being the sponsor all season long. And the Green Bay Packers are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. So we'll get a look here at Madison West with 1:15 left in the first half. We'll see if they decide to run something here, that they're going to be able to at least get some more points before the half. Instead, they'll run it up the middle with Greg Wright, and that clock will continue to run now.
Again, I don't think, based on that first play and
they don't seem too
the results,
eager to
they're not gonna do anything too out of the ordinary. I think they're gonna run this clock down, go into half, up 3, getting the ball back to start a second half, and looking to work their halftime adjustments from there. Just don't turn the ball over. That's the big thing here. Do not turn the ball over here in this situation.
It is a 3-yard gain on the carry, but we're down to about 30 seconds left in the half, so we would guess maybe another run play it is. This time a pretty decent gain, but it's not going to be enough. I would think that they're going to take a timeout and try to.
No, they don't have to run a play in this situation. They should go into the locker room here.
15 seconds left and in the huddle, but not in a big hurry. So that would likely be the score at halftime. 13-10 in favor of Madison West over Sun Prairie here in the Isthmus Bowl, presented by A-1 Furniture. And you are watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Meet the manly men of Futurama. Let's start smart with a professor.
I'm not even legally a mammal.
This is Fry, a guy with a why try attitude.
They don't wash my hands for years at a time.
And if you're into metalheads, rock out with Bad Boy Bender.
Shut up, I know it.
On Futurama Weekends.
Check this out!
Pawn America presents CB550, $5 cash back for every 50 you spend. Like this 13-inch MacBook Pro, only $799. That means 80 CB550 bucks back to you. This 18-karat gold and stainless Rolex Submariner is priced at just under $6,000. Get it now and pick up 600 CB550 bucks to boot. This 47-inch LG TV for under $500 means another 50 CB550 bucks back to you. Name brand guaranteed CB550 deals at your neighborhood Pawn America.
Your breakfast, your commute, Your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your Beauty Rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your Beauty Rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A-1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A-1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
TV now, TV now, TV now.
And back here at Sun Prairie High School for the Isthmus Bowl, I'm Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith. And the Madison West Regents lead the Sun Prairie Cardinals 13-10. It was a first half that kind of started out with seeming like Madison West kind of had this one well in hand, but then Sun Prairie made some adjustments after some poor punts and field position problems, but they came back after an interception. It seemed like that was a little bit of the turning point for them, where they were able to get the long field goal and then get a touchdown drive on the next series out. So, this game is it's a little bit closer than it started out seeming like it was going to be.
Again, this is the type of game that we expected in this situation. Both teams trying to run the ball, end up. Again, turnovers always a factor in a game. You can hang your hat on that. Whoever's +2, 85% chance, better chance of winning the game in that situation. And Sun Prairie took advantage of that. The Xavier Miller's, tipped pass, or however you want to call it, his arm was hit when he was in the pocket, and threw a butterfly up there. And they really get a good field goal out of that. Again, like you said, Eric, it really got the ball rolling. I think it built the confidence up that they got some points out of that, and the next drive, taking it down for a touchdown. Again, good momentum. Halftime couldn't come quicker for Madison West. They're going to go in, make their adjustments, and again, they just got to hold serve and get some things going and play that field position game.
Well, I mean, like you predicted, it was going to be a lower scoring kind of defensive battle. You got Willie McGee and Jackson Middleton really leading that Madison West defense. But, now that we're done with this first half here, we'll look forward to the second half of action. So we've got Janet and Jessa here down on the field. We've got a couple interviews, ladies.
You're watching the A-1 Furniture High School Bowl Series. We're down on the field at Sun Prairie for the Isthmus Bowl. And we have with us the high school principal, Lisa Hype. Thanks for joining us today, Lisa. So we are at a football game, but there's an awful lot going on more than football. What's going on in the academic world at Sun Prairie?
Well, thank you for asking. We have really phenomenal students who are certainly not afraid of academic challenges. And so for example, our advanced placement scores came out in August, and we had nearly 500 students take over 900 exams. And this last year, we had 140 students designated as AP scholars, and that means that they scored 3 or better on 3 or more exams. And so 5 years ago, when AP Scholars started, we had 54 students designated as scholars. And so this last year, 140 kids. It's awesome. And so thanks to our teachers for getting our kids prepared for that kind of high level of learning, and our AP teachers for really embracing all kinds of students in those classes. And that's just one example of really great academic work happening at the high school.
That's very exciting, and I know you must be very proud, and we appreciate you taking just a minute here to give us a little overview of what's going on at the school. So thank you very much, Lisa, for joining us. Principal here at Sun Prairie Cardinals, and we're going to bring in the athletic director here. We've got Eric over here. This is Eric Nee, the athletic director here at Sun Prairie. We're taking a short break here at the A-1 Furniture Isthmus Bowl, and we're very excited to be covering this game. So first of all, thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having us.
So I know there's a lot going on. Let's take just a quick break from football and talk about some of the other sports that you want to highlight. Anything in particular that you're looking forward to this year?
All of our sports are off to a great start right now. Our volleyball team, cross country, swimming, tennis, all across the board. We're having pretty successful fall, and it ended last year with the baseball team winning their third straight state championship in a row. So, we're kind of still on that high right now, so it's good. It's a good thing.
Absolutely.
So, but back to the athletics, specifically, you were bragging on your coaches a little bit, and you have some record wins when you combine things. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we had Coach Sheehan here, who was here before Coach Hahn, and then you have Coach Kaminsky, who is actually Coach Hahn's son-in-law. And they're approaching their 500th win this season. They're at 496 right now, hopefully move up to 497 after tonight. So that's kind of that's a big thing for the three of them, because that's a lot of wins between three coaches, and that shows how long the longevity of those coaches of having them here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Eric, our athletic director here at Sun Prairie. We're going to be back with some more interviews, so stick around.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Ager Chiropractic is a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Athletes, stop by our office on West Main Street and check out our affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injuries. Ager Chiropractic, proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for 2 years. Go Cardinals!
Your breakfast? Your commute? Your morning routine? Your days aren't the same without your Beauty Rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your Beauty Rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A-1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A-1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
Welcome back. Janet and I are here on the sidelines at the Sun Prairie, and we've got the student section leaders, Travis and Josh, who are bringing lots of great school spirit to the sidelines. Talk to us a little bit about how you keep these guys hyped up.
We just like to keep them loud on defense and stuff, make sure the team can hear us and the other side especially.
Well, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, it's all about supporting the team, you know. Everyone comes out here to cheer on the team, do what we can.
That's a pretty big role, pretty important one. So how did you two get this big job here?
Every year, the seniors from the previous year pass it down to 2 new kids that lead the student section, so we just happen to be chosen.
Excellent. And your favorite cheer?
It'd have to be the Do It. Why? It just gets the whole student section involved, you know, the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and then we all just do one big cheer at the end, too.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
We're going to chat with some of the varsity volleyball girls next.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll bring them right on in here. Come on over, girls. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So you are on the varsity team for volleyball. So awesome that you come out and support high school football. We appreciate you being here. Talk to us a little bit about what you're looking forward to this season for volleyball.
Well, we lost a couple seniors that were big houses last year, but we filled them in with, now our team is more rounded, so we're looking forward to when we start clicking a little bit more, when we start playing a little bit more better with each other. And like those bigger games that are ahead of us these next 2 weeks are going to be good to watch.
Yeah, last year we started out really strong, ended really strong in the state tournament. So like this year, like we started out a little bit slower, just like new people have to get like used to each other, but we get better and better every game.
Wow, you must be very proud. Great for you.
And you're both seniors, so what's on the agenda for next year then?
Well, I had a very successful track season. I won state this year, so hopefully I'll continue that track into college at a big school.
Which event was that?
The high jump.
I want to go to school, hopefully play volleyball, but I just want to find a school that will help me like academically and athletically. So
excellent. Well, good luck this season. Thank you very much. We'll take a break and be right back.
Hi, this is Tommy with CW57, Community Connections, brought to you by TDS, and I'm in the computer room at Lucier Community Education Center, and sitting next to me is Jay Affelt, principal at Madison Memorial High School, and the big question I have is the partnership. What kind of partnership do you have going on here?
We have a really deep and dynamic partnership with Paul and his staff at the Lusher Community Education Center. Since they opened their doors, we've known that if we work together, we can do really powerful things for our students and our community families. We have a number of our students with disabilities who are employed here at the center making meals for low-income students and their families. We have an alternative program where our students who are behind in credit can come here to their computer lab and through combination of online programming and volunteering make up those credits. They have AmeriCorps volunteers who are actually this year coming over to the school, and they'll be embedded in our English classes to help provide more one-on-one tutoring for our students who are behind in their literacy skills. And even today, they have some of our students over here, they're providing leadership training that will provide benefit for us next school year when those kids walk through our doors.
Now, with all the partnerships going on, definitely the impact. What do you see thus far has been the big impact?
For me, I think recognizing that schools and community centers are among the few places in this city where the full community comes together. Paul has reached out to us at Memorial, Jefferson Middle School, and also Muir Elementary, knowing that if we all work together, we can do far more powerful things for our students and their families.
That, I mean, you said it right there. I mean, the impact is so key and crucial. And if you want to get involved with the Lusher Community Education Center, it's so simple. Like us on Facebook, look us up on our website, call us, email. Paul will be the guy that you want to talk to. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it. And I also want to thank everybody else at home, and you're watching Community Connections, brought to you by TDS.
And welcome back to halftime of the Isthmus Bowl here at Sun Prairie High School, where the Cardinals trail the Regents 10-13 right now, but all 10 of those points were unanswered points. They came back after trailing 13-0 and hit the long field goal, and then they came back and got a touchdown run in there. So Sun Prairie here in good position, and Madison West, as you said, just couldn't wait for that halftime to kind of get here, and they could regroup now and get that second half kickoff and maybe reestablish their momentum and reestablish their offense.
We wonder if Madison West wasn't kind of tiring out in that end of that first half. You look at the size of their team; they run a lot of players both ways, and you look at the size of the amount of players that are on Sun Prairie's team. They have a lot more options, a lot more people to shuffle in and out in those situations. And it's amazing to me that, same with all the Madison schools, that their programs are so, smaller than a lot of the outlining schools like Sun Prairie's, like the Middletons. It was a big thing we noticed Reedsburg DeForest last week. Reedsburg, albeit a really, really good football team, but you look at the size, the amount of players they have on their team, it was very little compared to that of DeForest. Almost doubled, it seemed like. But West is hanging in there. They built that lead up. They played the field position game and won it in the first half. And again, I know they were just trying to get out of the first half to be able to regroup, talk with their coaches, make adjustments, and same with Sun Prairie. And they were trying to hold on to that momentum. And you wonder what Sun Prairie is going to do. They're going to pull a trick play out, onside kick, fake a punt to try to get that momentum back in their favor, because right now it's 0-0 right now as far as the momentum, and Madison West is going to try to take advantage of that right now, coming on offense, try to get a big return, come out on offense, and get some points on the board. And I'm really looking forward to see what Sun Prairie is going to do to try to get that momentum back, because they did a really good job of claiming it in the second quarter there and putting points up on the board and getting themselves back in this game.
And just on a side note, Adam, we were talking about earlier on Friday afternoon, we had Adrian Peterson and being deactivated and totally throwing off my fantasy football team here, and I finally all these years of trying to get AP, and he's not going to be all day. So
and
just want to throw that out there. So
and guess who picked up his backup
Yeah,
tonight?
well, not me. So go figure, right? Well, we'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back with the second half kickoff here at the Isthmus Bowl between Sun Prairie and Madison West. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Capital Brewery in Middleton, Wisconsin has been producing award-winning beer since 1984. The Capital Brewery reputation precedes itself as beer enthusiasts come from far and wide to see for themselves. Over the years, we've continued to grow, and now our beers can be found on shelves for miles and miles. Along the way, Capital Brewery has received over 200 beer and brewery awards, more than any other brewery in the area. We invite you to visit Capital Brewery and Beer Garden in Middleton, Wisconsin. To learn more about Capital Brewery and our live events, visit us at capitalbrewery.com.
And we are back here at Sun Prairie High School for the Isthmus Bowl. We have less than a minute now here before the second half kicks off. Sun Prairie trails Madison West 10-13. And you had Madison West, both of those touchdowns came on carries by Terrence McNeil Jr., even though he's technically the backup tailback here, but Greg Wright here last week, 12 carries, 127 yards and a touchdown, but really it's been the Terrence McNeil show for Madison West offensively.
Well, they've used him at that wing position. I see Terrell Carey has been in there more at the receiver position, so I'm wondering if they just switch somebody out. I think I see Isaac Dennis. They have him listed on their offense as a receiver. He's been playing a lot more defensive back. So I think with the emergence of Terrence McNeil, maybe possibly over the first 3 games, as they needed that athleticism, that quick running ability, change of pace. He's definitely a different change of pace from Greg Wright, excuse me, and he's a good changeup. And using him in that wing on that counter sweep action, they've been very successful with that.
Well, on the other side, Sun Prairie offensively led by Noah Diaz at tailback, but they again switching out. They had Faison Thomas once. Diaz went down with a little bit of a groin injury earlier, and the offense really got clicking then. That and the interception. So this game is it's pretty close, and it's obviously why we chose this game. We knew it was going to be one of these kind of contests, and you come in here now, and Madison West will have this ball to start the second half. That ball going into the end zone, but now it's going to be a start from the 20-yard line for Madison West. Xavier Miller leading that offense coming into the night. Third in the Big 8 in yards. He was 13 for 23 for 190 yards, a touchdown and a pick last week.
Madison West hasn't had a lot of success starting from deep in their own territory. You think of the times that they scored, they had really good field position, even starting in Sun Prairie's side of the field. Let's see what type of drive they can at least get, even if they have to punt, if they're able to get to midfield or so and really try to pin Sun Prairie and play that field position game that they played in the first half to try to generate points.
Well, they've got a receiver way on the outside here and fake the flip and then hand off to the right side. If I'm not mistaken, that was Greg Wright.
Yeah, Greg Wright coming back underneath on the trap. Xavier Miller spins out, fakes the toss, and comes back underneath on the fullback trap.
Well, how much does the spacing of the receivers on the outside affect that pitch play?
Well, they're trying to get players out of the box, and that's what I'm saying. By both sides, both offenses are having these slant lanes. The slant, you look at it right here, you can see that slant is wide open right now. And it's the most advanceable route in football.
And so rolling left, but throwing across his body, and caught in traffic is Terrell Carey. He comes down with it near midfield, and again making an astonishing catch.
The kid's a player. That's bottom line. He has been since I've known him in 3rd grade. He's stood out in Phi Ed class. He stood out when he played for the Southside Raiders, and he's standing out here he's only a sophomore.
I was just going to mention that.
He's only a sophomore, and being 6', 190, playing on the outside, that's a really big receiver at the high school level, and he's playing that. He's playing big.
Well, 1 minute gone here in the second half. Fakes the pitch to the right side. Xavier Miller, now he's looking left side, nearly intercepted as He was looking for Terrence McNeil.
And again, they had Terrell Carey. I know he's rolling away from, he's rolling away from it.
Late flag here.
He's wide open at the bottom of the screen here.
This penalty is going to go against Madison West.
I think someone lost their composure there.
I didn't get to see what the call was.
Oh, they called holding. Never mind.
So there it is.
It was a late call. That's why I thought it was
well,
that.
Usually, yeah, the hold call isn't going to come in that late. But this game sponsored by the Nitty Gritty. Voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit thegritty.com and on Facebook. And right here at Sun Prairie High School for bringing us our pre-game meal. Xavier Miller will take it out of shotgun and roll right. He's going to throw right and over the head of his receiver and everybody. But incompletion.
Again, when you teach rollouts to quarterbacks, you tell them that once they get to the outside, they really want to get their chest up the field towards their target. And you can see there, Xavier did not have his chest towards his target. He had his chest towards the sideline, and that ball sailed high. He didn't have an opportunity to come to balance and really settle his feet down. He should have got his chest up, his hips up the field, chest up the field, continued running, throwing on a run, coming high over the top. Have a better opportunity to completing that pass.
So it's going to be 2nd and 21 from the 34-yard line, up by 3. Looking left and now going to the right side, reversing field, and he's just going to have to tuck and run, and he'll just step out of bounds. So not much he could have done on that play. Protection breaking down, but a good job defensively of chasing Miller.
I'm as a coach, I'm questioning why he decided to reverse field. He had the left side hooked. They did a great job of protecting him. If he wanted to tuck that ball from the get-go, he could have continued to the left side and got positive yardage. Instead, he tried to change direction and ended up losing yardage.
Well, now West faced with a 3rd and 24, moving backwards on this drive. So Miller in a passing situation, but being clobbered from the backside and trying to scoop the ball is Sun Prairie defensively, and they do. And great field position for Sun Prairie. Miller never saw that hit coming.
And again, we talked about what was Sun Prairie going to do in order to get the momentum back. And Madison West opened the door here. Looks like they had a screen set up. And in that case, as the quarterback, you got to know that the offensive linemen are letting those defensive linemen go. And you cannot hold on to the ball in this situation.
Well, Devin Webster getting in there totally unguarded by Madison West's offensive line. And now Sun Prairie in a heck of a position here, and they could take over the lead. Curran will take the snap. Handoff, Diaz, right side. Finding room, and he's in for the score. And now Sun Prairie will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
You got a penalty flag down first. Holding, Brace coming back.
But so going back, everything.
Going back to that last Madison, West turnover. And in that situation, when you're talking to the quarterback about a screenplay, you talk about, okay, what do you do if it's covered? And it was covered. Well, you throw the ball at the feet of your receiver, and you take it's an incomplete, you punt the ball. In that situation, you can't throw it to the receiver, can't throw it high, can't hold on to it, because the dogs are being released. And
well, you also know it's one of those most dangerous things is getting hit from the blind side like that.
Exactly, and again, Xavier Miller, very young quarterback, only a sophomore. So as a young quarterback, they're going to coach him up on the sideline. And again, Madison West opening the door, allowing Sun Prairie to take advantage of the momentum, and in a good situation to score points here.
Well, it is a 10-yard penalty. Now looking left as Curran releases it high again into the corner of the end zone. Is that caught? No, just incomplete. Tried to hit Marquise Reuter, and he dropped it.
That was one of the again. That was a fantastic ball by J.B. Curran on the wheel route. Still a little off balance. Did a great job of high pointing that ball.
Yeah, you couldn't have jumped that any better.
Unfortunately, when he came down, he lost control of it, and you have to control it all the way through the catch.
So the incompletion brings up 2nd and 20 from the 21-yard line of Madison West.
And J.B. Corinne is still leaning to the left when he throws that ball.
Well, he is still in at quarterback. 10 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Being chased, screen pass, sets it up for Noah Diaz. He'll pick up a handful. So it's going to be a 3rd and about 11, I would guess.
3rd and 11. You remember in this situation, towards the end of the first quarter, I believe, when Sun Prairie had it down in their territory, I believe it was 3rd and forever, and they ran a draw play. I wouldn't be surprised if in that situation in this situation they had success running that draw play if they don't do it here as well.
Well, here at the shotgun eye, and they do fake the handoff. Now Curran looking right, has to get out of the way of defender. He's going to have to run it himself, and instead of just sliding, he will take the hit, get inside the 10-yard line. He won't pick up the first down, but so it gets down to the 4-yard line.
They fake the draw here. He has nice time, does a great job of break and contain. Good comeback block there on Max Gruber. Does a good job teching the ball, getting what he can.
So it's going to be 4th and 3. So we'll see if they take the field goal here. It looks like they will. So Kobe Oswalt with a chance to tie this game up. He had the long field goal earlier in the game.
This is a tough field goal, even though it's this short. The angle, because the high school hashes are so wide.
Well, it is good. So Kobe Oswalt, again, 2 for 2 now on field goals. We'll take a break. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Pawn America presents CB550, $5 cash back for every 50 you spend. Like this 13-inch MacBook Pro, only $799. That means 80 CB550 bucks back to you. This 18-karat gold and stainless Rolex Submariner is priced at just under $6,000. Get it now and pick up 600 CB550 bucks to boot. This 47-inch LG TV for under $500 means another 50 CB550 bucks back to you. Name brand guaranteed CB550 deals at your neighborhood Pawn America.
Capital Brewery.
You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports. I'm Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith. Sun Prairie's Kobe Oswalt just hit that field goal, and now he'll kick off here, giving it to Madison West. It's 13-all in this game. 8.5 left in the 3rd quarter. All these 13 points have come after Madison West scored their 13 points. And now Madison West will start deep in their own territory. We'll send it down to the field. We have a couple on-field interviews with Jessa and Janet. We'll send it down there. So, ladies, who do we have?
Like an old pro here.
Hey, we're going to take another break here on the sidelines at the A-1 Furniture Isthmus Bowl, and we're joined now by Mike Havlicek, who is the president of the Quarterback Club. And Mike, you do a lot of wonderful things both on and off the field. Let's start a little bit with what you do to help raise funds. What kinds of things do you do?
Well, we do a number of fundraisers throughout the year. In the fall, we have a card program where our players are out selling cards with discounts to local merchants to raise money. Here at games, we have concessions, we have tailgate that we do before the game, so all sorts of different things to help raise funds to get the program what they need.
Awesome. We appreciate what you do. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, I understand that you have a scholarship program for your players as well. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we do a scholarship program where we award 3 or 4 students every year, football players, for not just what takes place on the field, but everything that's going on off the field as well. Academics, leadership, activities in the communities. We run a golf outing in the summer out at Sun Prairie Country Club that is designed to raise funds for that, and it's a great event.
That sounds fabulous. Well-rounded individuals is what you're looking for.
Exactly.
Very nice. Thanks for your time, Mike. We're going to get back to football. Back to you, Eric and Adam.
Well, thanks, ladies. We appreciate it. We are Back here up at the booth, it's 1st and 10 on the 26 from Madison West after Sun Prairie was called for a defensive holding. J.P. Curran looking to pass off to the left side. A wobbly ball falls just short of both the quarterback or the receiver and the defensive back. So Terrell Carey, the intended receiver. Take a look at that pass.
That ball slipped out. You can tell from the way it came out of his hand. He didn't have a good grasp on it. He had Terrell Carey open on the corner route again. They connected in the first half on that play. Terrell Carey did a great job of pressing that defensive back inside before making his cut to the outside, and just weren't able to connect there.
And so after the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10, 8:08. Left in the third quarter, being chased, and Miller will roll off to his right and just try to throw this one away off to the sideline. Good decision.
And that was a smart play by a young quarterback right there. Had an A-gap pressure right in his face. As soon as he got the ball, that's really hard coming off a play-action fake there. And boom, someone's right in your face. Does a great job, escapability, getting outside the pocket, and then just, again, understanding the situation and getting the ball released and going into third down with, not losing any yards there.
So the incompletion will bring up a 3rd and 10. The Regents looking left for the screen pass, and again getting into the backfield. Devin Webster nearly got to the quarterback again. It's the same play as we saw last time when it was a turnover.
Xavier Miller here having a really tough time throwing the ball. You're wondering how cold weather.
Well, remember he took that hit earlier.
Took that hit. He's having a real tough time throw the ball. And again, if Sun Prairie can stack the box and just play the run and make Xavier Miller beat you, they're gonna have a tough time going.
So caught it about the 43-yard line and gets up to the 45. Good coverage team for Madison West, but still good field position for Sun Prairie. Well, they will take over after scoring a field goal and tying this game up. So as you said, I think they may have found what they need to do defensively, Sun Prairie anyway, and how they can take advantage of the miscues by Madison West and the seemingly inability to throw for Xavier Miller in the second half.
Well, if I was Brian Kaminsky at halftime, I'm talking to my team and my staff on how they've only beat us with 2 plays. How do we stop those 2 plays? How do we stop McNeil from going around the edge, and how do we stop, Terrell Carey from catching the ball? And then one thing they've been able to do is they've been able to pressure. They've been able to pressure Xavier Miller and force him to beat you, and they haven't been able to do it. And he has.
So we have a timeout down on the field. We'll take a Green Bay Packer timeout. We'll be right back for more of the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across Wisconsin. High school football offers students teachable moments that are unique to the education-based experience. Football provides the environment most conducive to those teachable moments and helps perpetuate an important and long-lasting national tradition. The Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
And welcome in here to Sun Prairie High School. The Isthmus Bowl is tied at 13 points apiece between Sun Prairie and Madison West. After the kickoff, or the punt rather, it's set up on the 45-yard line, but a great run will take Sun Prairie all the way into Madison West territory on the 31-yard line.
Sun Prairie is doing a really good job of formation-wise, putting Madison West in a situation where they get outnumbered. They line up in a 4-by-1 receiver set, sending the one-side receiver in motion.
Well, look at the lineman helping push.
And then running a quarterback counter out of it to the weak side. It's just, again, here it is again. 4 receivers to one side. Oh, false start.
And so that's an easy call for the officials. We'll move Sun Prairie back 5 yards after the initial run of 25 yards, or actually 29 yards. So the ball will be placed on the 35-yard line. 7:22 to play in the third quarter. Tied up at 13, but it's going to be 1st and 15 for Sun Prairie. This game brought to you by Ager Chiropractic Wellness Center. They are a proud sponsor and supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Stop by their office on West Main Street and check out their affordable sports program. So Curran in the Sun Prairie offense with 1st and 15. They'll fake the handoff, get good protection. But now it's starting to break down. Finds this man in the middle of the field and sandwiched at the 25-yard line. That ball was a little bit high. I mean, the receiver had to jump to catch the ball.
Jacob Roach and Willie McGee sandwiching.
Here, a great catch up the middle. So coming out of the 10-yard gain, it's 2nd and 5. So a good pickup there for Sun Prairie, making this a very manageable situation now. 6:36 to play in the third quarter. We'll get the clock running now.
Tight end Ryan Newquist did a good job of realizing his quarterback was scrambling. He sat down in the hole, put his arms up, and a good job hanging onto the ball through those tackles.
They go to Faison Thomas on the running play. He'll pick up a couple, make it a 3rd and still pretty manageable situation here for the Cardinals. You see, we got some kids in the background practicing their power bombs and their wrestling moves.
Well, Sun Prairie does a great job of putting on a good show Friday nights here. It's a great crowd churn up.
We wouldn't think, as the night started out, it was not the best weather here, Adam. And here's the running play off to the left side. They go to Thomas again, and he's upended. Actually, that time it was Noah Diaz. So they stop him short of the sticks. Let's check out the Green Bay Packer replay.
Sir Michael Smith.
A near horse collar, though.
Yeah, running down the line of scrimmage there. Great tackle from behind. First time we've called his name tonight.
So it goes down actually as a 2-yard loss. It's 4th and 5 from the 25. I don't think Kobe Oswald is going to want to try the field goal from here.
It'll be about a 42, 43-yard field goal.
So instead, on 4th and 5, they'll come out on offense, looking to pick it up on a 4th down conversion. Curran shifts his running backs. Lofting pass to the corner end zone, extending out. And the pass incomplete, a little bit too much and out of the reach of Marquise Reuter.
Marquise Reuter did a great job of creating a box there, allowing a space for J.P. Coran to throw into. J.P. Coran threw a nice ball. Again, and only where he could catch it. It was just out of his reach, though. And then turnover on downs. And I think that was calculated because
it's almost the same field position they would have had.
Yeah, Sun Prairie has done I think they figured something out with Madison West here. They're confident that if they didn't get that first down, that where they would be giving them the ball, that they'd be able to get it back. So
it's going to be Miller under center. He gets the handoff to Greg Wright, who's trying to get to the outside, but he's not going to get to the edge, and he's going to be tackled inside the 20-yard line. So losing about 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Terrence McNeil here trying to get to the outside. Does a great job of making one guy mix, but Sun Prairie so disciplined as far as their effort to the football. You can see 4 guys there making the TFL. It's always hard on the statistician when you got 4 guys on tackling the ball at the same time.
Then just give them all the stat. Well, it's a team game.
Each of them gets a quarter.
Yeah, right.
Quarter TFL, huh?
2nd and 15 now for Madison West on the 20-yard line. 4:06 on the clock here in the third quarter. Miller having to just jump it off to Wright. He'll pick up a good chunk of yardage, actually, but that was just the dump-off play.
It's a great open field tackle by Nathan Coy there on Greg Wright. Xavier Miller does a great job of finding him in the scramble. I take that back. That was
a nice little safety valve.
That was number 21, Noah Frasito. Pardon me about that. Sorry about that, Noah.
Well, it's 3rd and 11 now for the Regents. 3:15 to play in the third quarter. Miller will drop back, getting the pressure, but gets the ball out, but is not quite going to pick up the first down, I don't think. It's going to depend on the spot.
It was well short. That was 2 sticks there. Be 4th and 10.
Yep, you're right.
They're trying to do
I was
that.
looking at the other one. They're
trying to come back to that tunnel screen. It's the 3rd time they've run it in this half. It's the first time they've had a chance to complete it. But again, you teach your offensive linemen they have landmarks to run, and they just weren't able to get to those landmarks to create that tunnel, so to speak, to get the receiver up into.
Well, the coverage team for Madison West is going to get down there in time to stop the punt return man at midfield. And actually we saw there Sun Prairie with 2 men deep. So their offense will take over at midfield, and as we saw last drive, I mean, they seem to be a little bit more confident in what they were able to do, and defensively they just forced a punting situation for Madison West, not able to pick up first down.
Well, Sun Prairie has done a great job of winning the field position battle this half. They've had great field position since about the middle of the second quarter, and they've taken advantage of it, tying this game up. And I'm sure starting here at the 50, their mindset is coming away with points.
So Curran will fake the handoff. He'll actually go to the handoff to Diaz, but he's running the wrong direction. He's going east and west, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the original line of scrimmage.
It was a great job by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He showed great speed there, getting around the edge. It was a great pursuit. Way to, they did a great job of staying outside and spilling that to the sideline, and Madison West that is. And again, second no gain, so it's 2nd and 10. Not a good situation as a play caller you want to be in, a 2nd and long.
Well, we're at 2 minutes here. This game presented by CW57's Talk of the Town, presenting fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format. And here we go with the 2nd and 10 from midfield. Curran. And we got whistles and flags.
The only one bad thing about this formation that Sun Prairie has is you can tell it's a run formation based on their alignment. They have 4 receivers to one side, but the 2 outside receivers are on the line of scrimmage so that the far left wide receiver can be off, and they still have the amount of people on the line of scrimmage that they need for it not to be a penalty, and then they send that far guy in motion towards the 4 wide receiver side. If they throw a pass out of this situation, that inside guy is ineligible. Now here it's a passing formation. That guy's on the line. The other guy, inside guy, was off and made it eligible.
Well, rolling to the right, and maybe he shouldn't have caught that ball because now they lose 5 yards on the reception.
Oh, just a yard.
So the ball was on. Yep. 3rd down and 15 now.
Take that back, yeah. But you can tell Sun Prairie will give that away. They just gave the play away based on their formation, based on their alignment.
Well, you see Coach Dawkins there defensively for West, and they're looking for a stop. It's 3rd and 16 from the 44. Sun Prairie moving backwards after getting the punt at the 50. Curran trying to draw defense off sides. He'll be passing on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down, finds the man, and that ball is going to be caught and just past the sticks, and that's going to be another Green Bay Packer first down. So the 3rd and 16 completion. Sun Prairie delivering a dagger is J.P. Curran.
Hey, Ted does a great job of finding the hole. J.P. Curran was patient, great protection up front, good ball. One of the best balls of the night by J.P. Curran. Right to his tight end, put it in a position where he could catch the ball and get upfield.
So
and a big play on 3rd and 16 as well.
Well, yeah, under a minute now in the 3rd, and they're driving. 1st and 10 from the 37 of the Regents. The Cardinals here out of shotgun, and we're going to get, it appears, a timeout from Sun Prairie. So while Sun Prairie will take a timeout, we'll take a Green Bay Packer timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Ager Chiropractic is a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Athletes, stop by our office on West Main Street and check out our affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injuries. Ager Chiropractic, proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for 2 years. Go Cardinals!
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your beauty rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your beauty rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A-1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A-1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
Welcome back in here to Sun Prairie High School. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. JP Curran will run that up the middle for not really anything, but this brought to you by The Restaurant Show. It's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go on The Restaurant Show. Also, Girl Talk, platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv.
Looked like JP Curran wanted to go run to the left after the faking that handoff.
There's the first pitch play we've seen in the game.
Yeah, little option. Flag down.
For minimal yardage as a flag. The quarter has ended, but we'll see what the flag is. So if it's a defensive penalty, it is holding. We'll check the replay.
It looked like there was a hold by Alex Daugherty on the edge there.
So it'll be 2nd and 20. So we should get one more play here before third quarter is officially over. As they place the ball here.
When you're teaching blocking, whether it's an offensive lineman, running back, a receiver, teach them to block with your feet. And what that means is if you're able to put your feet in a position to cut off a defender, your body has to move with your feet. So block with your feet, get yourself in a position where you can get in front of the defender, and at worst case, you're getting in the way. We're not looking for pancake blocks. We're not Orlando Pace. You just got to get in the way, and a block will be effective.
And the final play of the third quarter goes down as an incompletion. The defender didn't get his head around. This hits him right in the back. Now this play should be against West.
That's tough on 2nd and 18. That was a really nice looking ball. I'll tell you, JP Curran does throw a nice deep ball. It's a pretty ball. It's short, but number 6, Tevin Einstein. Again, you teach defensive back keys of what to look for. When a receiver puts his hands up, hey.
And when those eyes start getting big.
Well, you teach it's hands. Puts his hands up, you got to get a hand in between. You got to get your head back and turn in that situation. Because there was no chance. He had great coverage there. Tevin did a great job of staying with the receiver. He had great coverage. He just missed one thing. When that receiver put his hands up, he didn't get his head back.
Well, it'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for Sun Prairie. So the incompletion wasn't there, or the catch wasn't there, but it's still as good as a catch because you pick up the first down.
Oh, they're actually calling it 2nd down.
Or 2nd and 4 now because they
did
didn't.
15-yard penalty.
So good catch there. It's 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is the third attempt at the final play of the third quarter. Curran looking right this time down the seam, and wow, that one probably should have been intercepted. And just fortunate it was out of the hands of the safety, Sam Meyer.
I really don't know who he was throwing to in that situation. He split the receivers. Again, he stands tall, lean into the left, high release, and I mean it's well overthrown. You know, Nate Verstateg in there, and way behind.
So this game is brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. For the official Bowl Series sponsor, A-1 Furniture Bedding, over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. It is the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
The Pizza Oven Restaurant and Bar, your place for catering and delivery, happy hour deals, and casual dining. Want the best lunch buffet at the best price? Stop in and enjoy our endless pizza, pasta, breadsticks, soup, and salad, all for $8.99 after tax. Ready whenever you are, Monday through Friday between 11 and 1:30. Stay for dinner and try our family-sized chicken dinner, made complete with coleslaw, fries, and a roll. The Monona Pizza Oven. Come see who's loving the oven.
Quarter number 4 underway here from Sun Prairie High School. Sun Prairie, Madison West tied at 13. The running play to Noah Diaz off to the left will result in a first down. The Green Bay Packer first down will be at the 23-yard line of Madison West. Sun Prairie threatening now and in a position here where they could take the lead. 13 unanswered points.
They're already in Kobe Oswald's field goal range, so.
And bouncing off the lineman and diving for a few extra yards is Diaz.
Jacob Roach had him dead to rights in the hole. And again, another sign of a good back. And Noah Diaz has showed this a couple of times, is making people miss inside the hole, and he does a good job of that, and getting 5-6 yards on first down when really he shouldn't have had anything.
And it's going to be 2nd and 5. Ball on the 16-yard line for the Cardinals. Here's a big run up the middle, and that'll move the chains. Oh, you're right. That ball's on the ground. Sun Prairie saying they got back on top of it. We'll let the officials decide this one. All right, let's take a quick look at what happened on this play. So Diaz, yeah, he did lose that ball.
Jacob Roach did a great job from behind, is knocking that ball out. But one name, and I don't see him on the field, is Willie McGee. Number 34 is a name we called a handful of times in the first half. I haven't seen him on the field, and haven't called his name in the second half here. I'm wondering if he's injured or. But he was a definite playmaker, impact player in the first half there.
And that run will result in a first down after the fumble and recovered by Sun Prairie. So they are fortunate to move the chains. The Green Bay Packer first down on the 12-yard line of Madison West. So that's what you do. If you're Madison West, you force the fumble. You just need to make sure you get on top of it, but a break for Sun Prairie to get back. And now still have a chance to at least kick a field goal. 1st and 10 from the 12. Curran, handoff, Diaz. Left side following his blocker. He's going to get in, and that's going to be a Sun Prairie touchdown. They've regained the lead. Actually, my mistake, that ball was handoff to Faison Thomas. And that'll be the first lead for Sun Prairie tonight.
There's a great block by Chase Gruthers, pulling around the edge, and that time Faison did a great job of following his block and really exploding past it and reaching the corner of the end zone.
So here is the extra point attempt. That one is up and good, and Sun Prairie now takes the 20-13 lead. They are up by a touchdown. We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Takara Japanese Restaurant, serving authentic Japanese sushi, teriyaki, tempura, and hibachi food in a comfortable atmosphere. Come in for our shrimp tempura, battered and deep fried in a light, crispy Japanese batter. Just $9.50 for lunch and $14.95 for dinner. Or try our seafood udon, shrimp, scallops, crab meat, white fish, and veggies in a delicious noodle soup. Enjoy a full bar and excellent happy hour drink specials. Takara Japanese Restaurant, serving Madison downtown and on Whitney Way. Come experience the treasure of Madison.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
And welcome back in here to Sun Prairie High School. Sun Prairie just took their first lead of the game, and 20 unanswered points here, Adam.
Yeah, Sun Prairie has done a great job of taking control of this game. I think it's credit to Coach Kaminski and his staff for keeping the team heads on straight, understanding there was a lot of football left.
And Greg Wright, a great return for Madison West out to almost the 40-yard line.
And just keeping everybody calm and understanding that there's lots of football left. We have time to get back in this game, and slowly but surely they've taken advantages of mistakes by Madison West on turnovers and poor decision making, and they've come out 20 unanswered points. That's what happens.
We heard from athletic director Eric Nee for Sun Prairie earlier in the game, and he was saying they're sitting at win number 496 right now. They could get win 497 here tonight if they keep up the pace they're at right now. But now it's Madison West and their offense, and they need an answer. So Miller on the option off to the left, and that's to Greg Wright, but he'll lose a couple yards.
Again, we've seen it time and time again over the course of the season when teams run an option, the quarterbacks have got to attack the inside shoulder of the defensive end. And that time Orlando Miller bellied that option, and really it doesn't become an option in that sense, because even if the guy defending the quarterback, he's still able to defend the pitchman in that situation. It's not a true option.
Well, you got to sell it if you're the quarterback in order to make that a successful play. And here we are, 2nd and 11 from the 37, 9.5 to play in this game, the Isthmus Bowl. And this time Miller will keep it, and he'll get a couple yards, so it's going to be about 3rd and 9.
And they came back with option to the wide side of the field, but they didn't have anybody to option. And as a quarterback, when that tackle blocks the defensive end and you're looking for the guy that you're supposed to be optioning, you can see it here on the replay, number 73 is the guy they're supposed to be optioning, and he's blocked. So it really hurts the decision-making of the quarterback as far as what to do, because that's not the way that it's been practiced.
He didn't have a choice. Well, it is 3rd and 9, 8:45 to play in this game, 20-13 in favor of Sun Prairie. Madison West looking to come back after scoring the first 13 points, giving up the next 20. Rolling left and throwing a deep ball, and this one's intercepted. Sun Prairie, their second pick of the night, and going to be in great field position. And there's a flag coming in, but the ball is going to be on the 35-yard line for Sun Prairie, pending of this flag. So Nick Dinga deep on that coverage here in this 3-5 defense. And it was, looks like Nathan Coy on the interception.
And I think they went through the well one too many times on this corner route. And it is Nathan Well who high points that ball, does a great job of getting up the field and down the sideline. And I think that ball came out. Madison West did a great job of stripping that ball and Sun Prairie is very fortunate to recover and get that ball back.
Well, that's the second time the last couple series we've seen Madison West be able to strip the ball loose. Sun Prairie's big guys just able to fall on it and rip it back away.
I see Willie McCoy on the sideline trying to run something out. I'm wondering if he's trying to recover from an injury or just warm up, get back on the field. He was a huge playmaker in the first half for Madison West's defense.
And this time the running play going nowhere but backwards for Sun Prairie. So Noah Diaz on the carry. He's been iffy on some of these plays here tonight. The Madison West defense, obviously they know Sun Prairie is going to run the ball.
Well, those stretch plays that they're trying to hit to the outside, Madison West linebackers have been a great job of knifing through the offensive line. And you tell offensive linemen that if you're going to double team, you need to have 4 hands on the offense or the defensive lineman, but 4 eyes to the linebacker so you can come off. But so far, they haven't been able to come off the double teams.
Good protection for Curran, and he's able to hit his big tight end and be near the sticks. It's going to depend on the spot here, but it looks like.
And Nate Verstagen did a good job of, again, lucky he's 6'6", because if he was 5'10", like their other receivers, this ball would, again, been overthrown. When you're 6'6" and have to jump, that ball's high. And he does a great job of high-pointing that ball, catching it with his hands, and getting close to that first down.
Looks like we'll bring out the chain gang here, but while we have a moment, let's take a look at our sponsors, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, visit packers.com/youthfootball. Also, the Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar, voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit thegritty.com and on Facebook. The clock now rolling, 7.5 minutes left in the Isthmus Bowl. Sun Prairie leads 20-13 over Madison West. And after the interception, they have the ball on the 38-yard line of Madison West. So Curran with a couple wide receivers to the left side. Decides to go to the handoff. And not much on the carry, picks up a couple. So they go with the stretch on the last play. Then they go up the middle with Noah Diaz. So remember, everybody, after this game, stick around for the presentation of our A-1 Furniture and Bedding Isthmus Bowl trophy to the winning team. We'll have interviews, on-field special presentations after this contest. 2nd and 8 after the carry. 6.5 to play. Curran looking left, takes a snap, drops back and throws out into the flat. Caught this time by Marquise Reuter. He'll be about the 30-yard line. Be 3rd and manageable here for Sun Prairie.
Sun Prairie's receivers done a good job of coming down with this ball. Again, you can see how off balance J.P. Curran is. Leaning to the left when he throws, and that ball's getting high. Reuter does a nice job catching that ball with his hands, collecting it. Again, putting Sun Prairie in a position where they're 3rd and short here and can continue this drive.
Well, Sun Prairie, the 71st best team in the state. That is currently their ranking right now. Sitting at 2-1 here in this Week 4 matchup. And Curran's going to run it himself. He needs to get to the 27-yard line. Looks like he gets to the 25, so that'll move the chains for a Green Bay Packer first down.
Again, Madison, if I can see it from here in the booth, I know Madison West should be able to see it. They can tell should be able to tell by the formation when those 2 outside receivers to the 4 receiver side line up on the line of scrimmage, and the single receiver side lines up off. It's gonna be a run play, and they've only shown 1 run play out of it, and that's the quarterback counter.
With 5:15 to play in the Isthmus Bowl.
Here it is again.
1st and 10 from the 26.
It's a run play.
Well, there's the fake. Well, they did not fake it to Reuter. This time they go to him. On the right side, they'll pick up a handful. This game brought to you by Auger Chiropractic Wellness Center. They're a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Stop by their office on West Main Street and check out their affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injury. Proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for the last 2 years. So CW57's Talk with the Town. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format with one-on-one analysis of current issues. 2nd and 5 for Sun Prairie. 4.5 to play. Curran hands off deep back. You can pass a couple defenders. He'll get down to the 10-yard line. Sun Prairie will move the chains again. That's another Green Bay Packer first down.
And Sun Prairie is doing a good job of just eating up the clock. And you can tell Madison West, their defense is tired right now. And Sun Prairie has had the ball for most of this fourth quarter. And they're just running it right down Madison West, right through the middle of the defense and gobbling up chunks of yardage. And again, they're going to be 1st and goal and just inside the 10-yard line.
Final quarter here from Sun Prairie in the Isthmus Bowl. Diaz gets a handoff, spins, drops inside the 5. Sun Prairie closing in on potentially another touchdown here, which one would think would seal this one up. We get a substitution, Andre Johnson coming out, the fullback.
Jay Scruthers on that pull got a little bit too deep in the backfield. If he would have pulled up around and into the hole, he would have, Noah Diaz might have had an opportunity to score on that play.
3:15 to play. 2nd and goal from the 4 and in. There's another Sun Prairie touchdown extending this lead. This time they get the ball in.
Andre Johnson there, fullback.
Actually, this time they go to the other fullback, James Pontius. Pontius, number 45. Last week he had 7 total tackles, a tackle for loss and a forced fumble. Also plays linebacker, so you get the big guy in there, and he picks up the touchdown. It's 26-13, Sun Prairie.
A penalty down here, Eric.
So hold everything. Once again, it's the 2nd touchdown run we've seen where there was a flag. Last time it was holding. So while we have a moment, let's take a look at our sponsors. The Restaurant Show by CW57, Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the Restaurant Show. 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv.
That's a show I'd love to be on, Eric, the Restaurant Show.
Oh, I'd eat. I could put away, man.
You're like 138 pounds. What
is what I was in high school, my friend. I'm up to $160 on a good day.
Okay, all right.
That's right. But the penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct will be assessed after the kickoff.
No, it went both ways, so it was offsetting.
I didn't know that it was on Madison West as well, but either way, the touchdown stands 27-13 here in the Isthmus Bowl. We'll have more and the kickoff. You're watching CW57 Sports.
In the United States, there are over 500,000 accidents every year caused by somebody who is texting and driving.
It's hard to believe I even have to do a video right now asking people not to text and drive. There can be nothing that important that could cause you to text and potentially take a life.
Many people are killed every year because somebody is texting and driving.
Please be cautious, drive safe, don't text and drive.
Ager Chiropractic is a proud supporter of Sun Prairie High School athletics. Athletes, stop by our office on West Main Street and check out our affordable sports program to increase performance and prevent injuries. Ager Chiropractic, proudly supporting the Sun Prairie community for 2 years. Go Cardinals!
And back with the final 3 minutes and 10 seconds here in the Isthmus Bowl. I'm Eric Riders with Coach Adam Smith. Sun Prairie, 27 unanswered points here. It's 27-13. Sun Prairie over Madison West. And they're set to kick off from Madison West's 45-yard line. And that one is up and good through the uprights. And Madison West will start from their own 20, down 2 touchdowns. So not a good situation here for Madison West. They're going to have 80 yards to go on this drive to make something happen and try to get the ball back. So let's send it down to the field where Janet and Jess are standing by. We'll try that again in a little bit. Here we're having some technical problems, but here we are with 3rd and 10, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Madison West. Miller looking left, and he's going to take off. And he'll go out of bounds, a pickup of 4 yards, which stops the clock.
I really find it interesting that Coach Kaminsky kicked away in that situation. You know, coming off the unsportsmanlike penalty, having the, kicking the ball off from their own, Madison West side of the field, 45-yard line. You almost want to maybe think onside kick. And I know you're up 2 touchdowns in this situation, but to get it on film, to be able to practice it in a live situation, to know that
it's less risk.
It's less risk. You've been doing a great job of stopping Madison West. Again, just it's something I would definitely think of as a head coach in that situation. Again, I know it's 4th quarter, near the end of the game, but just to be able to practice that situation live, which you rarely get to do.
And that pass, I thought we had that it completed over to Terrence McNeil, but he bobbled it. Let's try sending it down on the field to Jessa and Janet.
Taking another break here at the A-1 Furniture Isthmus Bowl. We're at the sidelines of Sun Prairie. We are joined now by the Madison West Regents, however, and we've got the captains of the cheer squad for the Regents. Hey, ladies, how are you?
Good, we're good.
So it's kind of chilly out, but you guys are doing a great job. It's a tough thing to come to the opponent's fields, to the sidelines, and get your team rallied around the game. But you're doing a great job. How do you do it?
Well, we just be loud, do a lot of cheers, a lot of crowd chants, and just get them pumped up because West is the best.
We love that saying, West is the best. That's a good mantra to keep in mind. Well, way to keep your team happy and upbeat. And I know it's tough when you're at the opponent's team, but great job, girls. Keep up the awesome spirit. I'm going to hand it over to Janet.
So tell us about some of your accomplishments up to this season.
Well, we earned 2nd place at our cheer camp this year. We've been trying a lot of new stunts and flying new cheerleaders. We've just been improving on our basic skills, and yeah, that's pretty much how we've been improving.
Good. Well, congratulations and good luck with the rest of your year. Looks like your boys need you back, so we'll let you go, and we'll get back to the game and back to the guys in the booth.
Thanks down there, and we appreciate all the support from all the other people that cheered stunt teams and all the people down there on the field. We have 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the Isthmus Bowl. Sun Prairie leads Madison West 27-13. And it's a situation after a good pass from Miller to Terrell Carey, pick up some extra yardage and get to the 45-yard line. They're moving the ball, but they're going to have to, they at least need to get a score here. A touchdown would be nice.
Well, one thing Sun Prairie has to their advantage, that they know Madison West has to throw the ball. It's not in their comfort zone. Again, you got a sophomore quarterback, inexperienced, trying to lead a 2-minute drive in a pressure situation. You're going to pin your ears back. You're going to come.
And good protection here. And that ball intercepted. Sun Prairie, the 3rd pick of the game. And that one, just a bad break for Miller. And now we've got flags on the field.
And again, Xavier.
We got additional flags.
Yes, Xavier Miller showing his youth.
Well, he almost had that ball completed anyway.
Well, it was after the play and his talking and whatnot. I imagine
I didn't catch that one.
It's going to go. It might go both ways. We have 2 flags onto the field, but again, forcing that ball, little high, and you teach receivers, it's really tough to not go for that in that situation, but whenever you go for that and it's too high, you end up tipping that ball. And Terrell Carey had an opportunity to try to catch that pass off the deflection, and it ended up deflecting off of him and into a Sun Prairie defender's hands. Again, it's a tough break for Xavier Miller and Madison West. They dropped 8 in that situation, only brought 3, so they had time to find a player, and I thought Xavier made an initial good throw, but again, just off the offensive player's hands, and then off another offensive player's hands, and unfortunately fell into Sun Prairie's hands, and they're going to take advantage of this game. And with 2:34 left, and I can't imagine Madison West having enough time to be able to come back.
Well, unless for some reason there's a turnover from Sun Prairie and they decide to pass it, that'd be about the only chance that they have. They need to work on stripping.
They called it. They did call unsportsmanlike conduct both ways, so we'll be offsetting penalties. And again, the one advantage now West has is, Sun Prairie is going to be trying to run this ball and run this clock out. So we talked about end of the game situations in the past. Sun Prairie, they're not going to, shouldn't be fighting for extra yardage. 2 hands on the ball. Madison West, they're going to be trying to strip that ball. 2nd, 3rd, 4th defenders in, strip that ball.
Good penetration there. That's your Willis McGee back in the game, but he over pursued.
And he's going to come in and get a penalty. Again, Madison West, Coach Dawkins talked about it in pregame about the youth of his players, 8 sophomores on varsity, and I know he did a good thing. He pulled Willis McGee off the field. Willie McGee off the field in that situation, and is going to hold him accountable for his actions. And you just can't have that. You can't lose your cool in this situation, And I know Coach Dawkins is going to talk to his team after this game. It's not what you want to be known as. You want to play this game with class and integrity. And again, the youth of Madison West is showing right now. But look, you can see right now they're pulling them together. Everybody's being pulled together, and this is what a good coaching staff does in this situation with a young group of kids. Is you pull them together, you lay out the expectations and how this game is going to end. There's not going to be any more 15-yard penalties.
That's the entire team over there too, not just the players involved.
Exactly. This is a good move by Coach Dawkins and his staff. Talk to your young players about how to handle yourself in this situation. We're not going to win every game, and you have to be able to continue to play this game with class and integrity and respect, and that's what they're talking about there.
In this bowl series, all of our sponsors this season, one of our sponsors here is CW57's Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. If you want to be on Girl Talk, call 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv. This game also stick around for the presentation of the A-1 Furniture Isthmus Bowl trophy immediately following this game. So as we talked about the running plays from Sun Prairie, predictably.
Jamin Brown, he's the defender that's come in for Willie McGee, and when Willie McGee was out earlier in the half, and has done a nice job coming in for him and making some tackles. That was a good tackle there on Noah Diaz, and he's done a nice job filling in for Willie McGee. Not to be mistaken of Willie McGee from back in the day for number 51 for the St. Louis Cardinals, who I find out is before your time,
yeah,
so it kind of ages me a little bit.
Well, that's all right. You got the experience.
That's what you want to, and the gray hairs.
It's just coming in a little bit, Adam. It's all right. You use that just a little bit.
No,
a little bit of gray you want to show?
I'm all natural.
Yeah. A little salt and pepper action in a few years.
Again, Noah Diaz his vision. I'm questioning his vision here. Hopefully, you know, coach and staff will take him watching film. And Chase Gruthers has done a really good job pulling in this game. And if he, you know, second time that I've seen that if Noah Diaz follows Chase around the edge, you know, he's still running right now down Main Street in Sun Prairie.
And there's a smart play by J.P. Curran just to fall down and not take any unnecessary hits. So Madison West will take a timeout. It's 4th and 3, and we'll take a quick break. You're watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
You're on a diet of taking it up a notch.
That was some mighty fun, right?
Drink Diet Dew, the only diet with dew in it.
Eric Rodgers and Coach Adam Smith here, CW57 Sports. The Isthmus Bowl presented by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We'll have a trophy presentation here shortly. After this game and after some post-game analysis, it's 27-13 Sun Prairie over Madison West. Sun Prairie with the ball and 4th and 4. They can just run another quick play or a handoff. Well, they will pick up Green Bay Packer first down, and he's still going. But he's going to get inside the 10-yard line. So, yeah, you try to make a play here. That's Pontius again, the linebacker and fullback coming in. You thought he was just going to pick up a few yards, and he gallops for a good gain of about 15 yards.
And we talk about accelerating your feet through contact. He does a great job of keeping his balance, keeping his legs churning. And a good touchdown saving tackle there by Isaac Dennis.
Well, and now at this point, if you're Madison West, you just want to keep this from looking like it's a blowout. You got 25 seconds left on the clock.
Well, looks like victory formation for Sun Prairie here.
Yeah, you're right.
Again, class thing to do by Coach Kaminsky. Has the game in hand.
And so there it is. It's going to be official. Sun Prairie will move to 3-1 on the season. Madison West will drop to 2-2. Sun Prairie is victorious here in the Isthmus Bowl, winning over Madison West 27-13. We'll take a break. We'll be back with some post-game analysis and the trophy presentation.
Vintage Brewing Company. Stop in for a beer and a bite and enjoy some Midwestern hospitality.
Come in for our Weissblau, our classic Bavarian-style golden wheat beer, with an inviting fruity and spicy aromas and a refreshing mild character. Stay for our strawberry fig salad, complete with almonds, goat cheese, red onions, and balsamic vinaigrette. Or try our sweet potato drift with toasted chestnut puree, Door County cherries, Saxony cheese, and a pile of haystack fried sweet potatoes.
Vintage Brewing Company. We love what we do, and we love sharing it with you.
Welcome home. I'm at the begin.
It will change everything.
Grow a pair, son.
Please don't tell me we're suddenly believing vampires.
This is seriously creeping me out.
You didn't think I missed this, did you?
And we are back here following the Isthmus Bowl, where Sun Prairie has just defeated Madison West 27-13. Sun Prairie is, you know, they came on here. They gave out the first 13 points in the first half, but they really came out with some adjustments and started establishing both the running and the passing game a little bit too. We saw the running ability from quarterback J.P. Curran, and also Faison Thomas did a nice job not only catching the ball but filling in for Noah Diaz on occasion at tailback.
Well, Coach Kaminsky and his staff did a great job of keeping their team grounded and understanding that it's a long game. There was plenty of time for them, to come back in this game, and it's a sign of a good team to have to fight through adversity. Shows high character, and they fought through it. I mean, they're down 13, and being down 13. They just took the baby steps, got the interception, got the momentum, got the energy, not only from themselves but from the crowd, getting back into the game, and really since that that one turning point, just took control of the game and didn't give it up. Really fed off of that at home here. I think it was a good home field advantage for them. And Madison West is just a young team, but I'm excited. I'm excited for what they have going there. I think Coach Dawkins has done a great job of assembling a good staff. They're going to get some more kids in their program. They're going to be able to run that offense at the youth level, which is key, and help that youth program, feed into their high school program. And I know they're going to continue that upward swing. They're 2-2, but they're still in a fight for a playoff position. And I know, coaches, it might be a little upset with them right now based on how they handled the end of the game situation, but I know he's going to coach, they do a good job of coaching these guys up. And like I said, he's got a young team, but he's got a lot of experience, from his days playing with the Badgers and being in the NFL as a scout. He's got a lot of experience and knowledge that he's going to be able to pass down to these young kids. And over the next couple years, they're going to be a team to reckon with here in the Big 8. And Sun Prairie is just continuing to be Sun Prairie. They do what they do. They run the ball downhill. Done a great job with Noah Diaz. I hope Noah Diaz watches this film, he watches the telecast, and he follows Chase Gruthers, follows those blocks, because Chase did a great job of pulling, and you want to reward the offensive linemen for pulling by getting big gains. That it really feeds them. They feed off that energy of those explosive plays, and hopefully J.P. Coran can get his mechanics, fixed up as the season goes on, stay more balanced in his throwing, to be a little bit more accurate, because he definitely has the weapons, and Faison Thomas and Nate Verstagen. They showed their, what they could do tonight, and Marquise Reuter. They have weapons, and they're gonna continue to be a force this year and contend for a conference championship.
Well, Kaminsky coming in here and getting win number 497 here since 1945. The Cardinals looking to get to number 500 this year. And, they talked about, we talked with Brian earlier this week, and he was saying, one of the things that Madison West did is they switched from the 4-4 to the 4-3 defense, and they really changed their philosophy. And Sun Prairie defensively, they adjusted to the offense for Madison West, forcing 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions thrown by Miller, and then the fumble from behind. That was big number 73, Devin Webster, caused one of those fumbles. And you get the sack fumbles, you get the turnovers, and you like to, like you said, +2 in the turnovers or more, you're going to have a great chance of winning this game. So we will send it down for a break here, and then we'll be back for the trophy presentation. You've been watching the Isthmus Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Capital Brewery in Middleton, Wisconsin has been producing award-winning beer since 1984. The Capital Brewery reputation precedes itself as beer enthusiasts come from far and wide to see for themselves. Over the years, we've continued to grow, and now our beers can be found on shelves for miles and miles. Along the way, Capital Brewery has received over 200 beer and brewery awards, more than any other brewery in the area. We invite you to visit Capital Brewery and Beer Garden in Middleton, Wisconsin. To learn more about Capital Brewery and our live events, visit us at capitalbrewery.com.
Your breakfast, your commute, your morning routine. Your days aren't the same without your Beauty Rest. Only Beauty Rest combines the support of pocketed coil technology with the comfort of air-cool memory foam. Get your Beauty Rest and live life fully charged.
Discover better sleep with A1 Furniture's unbeatable mattress prices. Visit A1 Furniture East West or A1Furniture.com.
We're here on the field at the A1 Furniture Isthmus Bowl, and we're here with Coach Kaminsky and team as the Cardinals have just taken the win on the home field. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Well,
congratulations, Coach and guys. And on behalf of A1 Furniture, we have a really big and very heavy trophy.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to try and lift it.
Hey, give
there
me a
you
title.
go.
Give me a title. Yeah, boy.
We're going to get tackled. Congratulations to the team. We're going to turn it over to Adam and Eric here.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Well, Coach, a great game for you. Obviously, you come out here and you get the 27-13 win. You're one win closer to that 500 mark. Does it mean anything particular for this game, or what do you take away from this one?
I think we got knocked out a little bit early on, but our kids persevered and came out with a lot of emotion in the second half. We were able to be coachable and come out with a big win. And I think we controlled the line of scrimmage after that point in time. And, you know, we definitely want to get to our 500 wins since 1945. That's a big thing for our tradition, which we have a proud tradition. You know, we've had 3 head coaches since 1945, and we're now at 497 wins. It's definitely a proud accomplishment for current Cardinals and past Cardinals.
Keep knocking them down, right?
We hope so. We hope so.
Coach, what do you think the turning point was in the game down 13-0?
I think when our defense stepped up and was able to get an interception, Jake Thompson got a big interception. We were able to get some points, and you know, they held us to a field goal, but we were able to get some big points there and kind of create the momentum back in our favor, and that was a big turning point.
So you had the 4 turnovers. You obviously continue your big defensive stands that have been in the past. You know, you're leading in all those tackles for loss and everything like that. How do you game plan for that?
Well, we just want to be aggressive. We talk to our kids about being comfortable and being aggressive and attacking. We want to be an attacking defense. That's why we went to our 3-5, and we continue to do that and be gaps down, and just we want to get after people, and the kids are able to do that tonight.
Coach, what did you tell your team down 13-0? You know that there's plenty of football left to be played. What were you telling them? Just keep their heads up, or
just you look up at that wall. 497 wins now. There's a lot of tradition, and a lot of people have been through harder times than that. And to keep some Prarie on your chest means something special. And you play with heart, and you play with an attitude, and you play aggressive. And you know our kids have turned the corner, and we're able to do that.
Final thoughts, Coach?
Just thank you guys for all you did, and we appreciate the trophy. That's great, and thank you guys for coming out here tonight.
All right, thanks. Congratulations. So that'll do it from us here at Sun Prarie High School, the Isthmus Bowl. You've been watching CW57 Sports.
TV